So we are. Jesus God. So it's been a.
Everybody, stop talking in your normal voice. On camera.
All right. So.
Oh dear.
Jesus Christ, people. Reel it in.
Oh.
We gotta. So. It's been 3 weeks, I bet you can't tell, but we're back playing some D&D, some Dungeons and Dragons. We are going to be following the continuing campaign of the Dawnforged Company and their epic quest to find and destroy whatever, blah, blah, blah. If you've been watching, you know that.
Do you not remember?
I don't need to remember. I'm making up as I go. In charge. Oh, shit. So anyway, they are currently in the Triple Realm, one of the layers of the Abyss, trying to retrieve their friend Mesnos, who's been kidnapped by the ever-present Menelephis in Zephyr, her once captor, torturer, and for all intents and purposes, owner for a little while, who made her entire childhood a living hell, where she was consistently battling against different things, including hunger and the terrible things that she was made to do, until she was rescued by a group of adventurers who brought her out of that place. But Menelephis is back, and he came at a very inopportune time, stole her current love interest, Mesnos, and retreated back, leaving only an invitation to his realm, a tuning fork, so that way she could go to the Triple Realm and find him herself. They've received several messages from Menelephis in the form of body parts of Mesnos to encourage her to hurry up. So they hired some help to help them get there. First, they hired somebody. First, they had the hobgoblin they were negotiating with determined that this was a serious threat and negotiated an ally in the form of a rather helpful, I would like to think, and kind of stoic battle priest.
Like him.
And so he's been, following our company and being a part of them, trying to help them out defeat whatever evil this is. And then they finally cashed in a token to hire someone from the Flynn Order, this mysterious kind of, just organization that has apparently some high-level rogues and some sort of
the mafia.
But in defeating one of them, in the Feywild Games, they'd earned a token. Specifically, Uza had a token to get in contact with them, and so he did. And for 3,000 gold, they hired him. They hired some help. And this new Flynn Order associate, Cento Flynn, has now joined in order to help them retrieve Mesnos. Between him and Zilgrat, the party has expanded to 8 people. Hopefully it'll be enough to stand against the might and malevolence that is Menelephis. As they've broken into the keep... Sorry, I'm doing an extra long recap because it's been 3 weeks. Breaking into the keep, they went over a few different ways in order to break in. They could go through the sewers into a cave behind the salt waterfall that starts to form the moat around this estate, or they could try to deal with Sixfinger and go undercover as servants. They chose to go through the waterfall of salt, and upon entering that, they found on the other side a salt tempest. This kind of half-elemental, half-salt creature that was made of almost entirely of hate, that spun around and caused lightning storms, along with summoning rock creatures made of salt out of the ground to attack our party. But they managed
Being
to
made of
defeat
hate
it.
is very relatable.
Especially for a barbarian. But they managed to... Oh, that's fair as well. Let the salt flow. Alright,
What is this? Dragon Ball Fighters?
haha.
No, it's Apex Legends.
But upon
I'm
defeating...
pretty sure this is Raid Shadow Legends. Okay?
Raid Shadow Legends.
Guys, it's
That's
D&D. Come on.
It's
brought to you
D&D!
I used to work for the company that owned the company that made Raid Shadow Legends. Life's
All right.
weird.
All I
So,
know is they like podcasts and YouTube.
so
Sorry.
as you can tell, I need to warm up my wrangling skills, but that's okay. As they defeated
Good
this
3 weeks. Good fucking luck.
fucking shit. All right, so as they defeat this salt tempest, the salt in the cavern that's been roiling around and forming the basically water in this chamber has started to flow out of it and out the waterfall and leaves exposed some tunnels surrounded by bone that lead deeper into the estate. And that is where we're going to pick up in the dank, salt, overwhelmingly smelling of salt cavern behind the waterfall.
If there's any day to be in a dank area, it would be today.
Snap or 20! There's mine!
If any of you knew Mike, it'd be especially entertaining for us.
Oh.
Tis the
Where's
day of
everybody
broad
go back?
spice.
Wait, but that's illegal. In my
Broad
state.
spice is the spice of life.
All right, so you're in this dank, smelly, salty cavern. You're bleeding from wounds that are also, you can feel the sting of salt in the air. Those of you who are still wounded.
I'm not bleeding.
I believe we took a
Yeah.
short rest.
Yeah, I believe we did, and everybody healed up.
Perfect. So everybody mark down your healing, mark down your dice. Okay, perfect. So
Also, I have additional hit points. Does anybody remember what that's from?
Inspiring leader.
Yes.
Ah,
yes,
very nice.
I was like, we gotta go get him. And it was like, yeah.
perfect. So that's at this point. Sento Flynn kind of looks around. He's like, this place is exactly as described. If we go down further, there should be another cavern below us that will lead us into the estate.
Do you know which one?
Yeah, which one? I'm seeing 3.
He kind of walks over to the edge. He's like, well, let me check. And then he hops down, and you see he's walking through the salt. He first goes to the first one, taps his fingers into the salt, and kind of roots around a little bit. He pulls up a human skull, and he kind of looks at it, and then tosses it in, and listens. He walks over to this one. Does the same thing. He kind of roots around, and then this time he pulls up like this appears to be like this almost entirely encrusted in salt, like this leather bag. And he pulls it up and he kind of shakes it, tries to open it, tosses it in, and then he listens. And then you hear just this faint splash as it echoes. He looks back and he nods. We can fall down this one without dying.
Okay.
Well, alright, I have feather fall, just so you know. We can just float down and not.
I
Me
think that
too!
Well, Uza and I can just fly on down.
Every time Uza falls, it's feather fall.
Cast at will.
Uza, remember, you're finding it very hard to fly right now.
Because you're full
Oh,
of
that's
metal.
right. I'm full of metal.
Living metal.
Remind me, what was my speed reduction on that?
10 feet. So far flying speed has been halved temporarily.
Okay, so my fly speed is the same as my.
Walking speed.
Okay, so you and I fly down first, but I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace.
Okay.
Well, you could take some of us down, like flying, so we don't have to spend the spell slots.
That's fair. Alright.
I guess you probably should stealth down
Volunteer
and check
first.
what's going on, right? Like,
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Do we want to do that? We could just rig up a rope, right? Is there a place to rig up a rope? We might
can
want to
help
be able to
with
get
this.
back out.
True that.
I can help with this. If you have the rope, we can tie it off to these rocks. And he kind of points over and he's like,
I got
they
50
should
feet of rope.
hold rather well. Perfect. So,
Who else has rope? Because how far is that going to be? Sento?
he looks down and he just kind of like tilts his head for a second. Hard to tell. Let me. And then he is going to make a check. Well, I can't find his freaking sheet because things aren't fair. There we go. Sorry, I've got like a million windows open right now.
What? As a DM? No.
That's crazy.
So,
How does that even happen?
He's just going to take a torch, light it off, and then he's going to drop it down. And then you hear him slowly counting. And then he's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you hear. He's gonna do a general fucking wisdom check since. Or no, actually, you know that would be a survival check. So he's.
Guidance.
Since I'm
Take the
watching you,
guidance.
can I make a survival check?
Yeah, if you'd like, if you want to assist, you can give an advantage, or you can make your own.
I have a +9.
He has
a
a-
+4. Yeah, I'm an assist.
Perfect. You guys paid good money for it. All right. So 32.
Hot damn.
He's like, well, it is about 120 feet, almost exactly. Luckily, I do have some rope I can help with this. And he kind of, reaches into his bag and he pulls out another 50 feet of rope.
I
Anybody
reach
got
in the
any
bag
more?
of holding and I pull out another 50 feet of rope.
Yay! Extra.
So how do you think we should secure this?
I'm gonna take a look around, see if there's somewhere that that's secured. Ooh,
There looks like some big rocks right here that we might be able to tie it around.
Perfect.
Just do the classic thing where I hold it and somebody gets my ass down there in the end.
well, I'm trying to leave it up here so
Yeah.
that you guys can get out.
Also
need to.
breadcrumbs.
That too. We don't know what it looks like down there.
That's fair.
Can I do is that a perception or survival and find a good rock?
I'd say, let's see, I'd say investigation probably to say that because you know kind of what you're looking for. You've done this a few times as a
Guidance.
Kenku, so
I rolled my minimum.
hell yeah.
Not on that though.
24. So looking around, you find a few rocks that first you look at a few and you're like, these could work, and then you look and they're a lot sharper than you're expecting. They have some salt crystals growing on the side. And then but looking around, you find some more, and then you just kind of like chip away at some of the salt so it doesn't cut your rope as you're climbing down, and you find a good spot to anchor these ropes.
I'm gonna help secure it with my pitons.
Perfect. Yeah. So now I guess pittons, you would know how to use those. Do you want any?
I've had them for a while.
No, you do have to hammer them in. Go ahead and give me just a general strength check for the pittons, unless.
Let's go.
Hi!
Piton away, please. My hollow bird bones can't handle it.
Sure, they're hollow.
And I will guidance him.
Perfect.
Don't forget your D4. It might make the difference.
Well, it'd be a strength check, not a strength save.
I don't know why I did save.
It's
Is
okay.
there enough space to fly down there, or is it pretty much drop in?
25.
The hole itself is only about 5 feet across, so it's going to be hard to like flutter for the first bit. It looks like, but it looks like it does open up after a little bit. Yeah, 25, easy enough. So you walk over, and then you just kind of you hold the pitten up, and then like you're like.
Do I even
around.
use a hammer? Do I just shove it in with my thumb?
Well, that's what. Yeah. So you start switching around, and then you kind of look at it, and then you look at your red hand, and then you kind of like fist it up, and then you just punch the freaking pitten on the top, and it just directly in. You go on your one more, until you got this nice solid anchor around one of these stalagmites.
Right on.
All right. I'll head down first.
I'll head down first since my flying is a bit better right now.
I can see better than you.
Can you?
Can you see in
Yes.
the dark?
Rude.
Why?
Now it is pitch black looking down into this, so just.
I've
that's
got
all.
my goggles at night, and also it's my job.
Perfect. Okay.
Quick, Zephyr, what's that over there? And I go down.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and roll those.
Roll a deception check.
Go ahead and roll a stealth check for me.
So what was that again? Perception?
Stealth.
Oh, stealth.
I'm going down with pass without a trace.
Perfect. So add 10 as Zephyr.
Natural 20.
Perfect. So
No,
Different
46.
campaign.
46. Okay, so you flicker
hi,
in and
Dax.
out of existence now. All right, and then the 25. So as you kind of jump in, just grabbing the rope that I'm gonna just assume that you secured, so it's all good there. And then you grab the rope and you kind of like shimmy down for the first bit, and as you
I thought I was securing it after I just.
yeah, that's what
hammered the thing
I assume somebody secured it as well.
I'm assuming it was me.
Okay, perfect. And actually, so see how secure it is. Roll a dex check for me. See how well you tie these knots.
Sure.
Okay, perfect. 11. And then, as you're kind of climbing down, it's dark for the first little bit and oddly silent. And then, as you get deeper, it starts to open up, and you can feel the space around you. And with your dark vision, you see a lot more stalagmites. But it gets a lot damper. The smell of salt starts to kind of fade away, and this salt of like this kind of stagnant water starts to fill your nose. And looking around, you see there's actually like some built pathways and stuff in here that lead off into different tunnels made with like paving stones and things like that. But below you, there is a big, like kind of almost like a small lake that you can see still, I guess, yeah, you assume that put out the torch and everything below you.
Do I see any land near the rope?
You do. Around the small pool, you see that there is there's a small kind of like island to the north that has two bridges that lead to the west and to the east.
I'd like to do a perception check to see if I see any people around here.
Perfect. Go and roll a perception check.
I'm assisting.
Perfect. Go and roll at advantage.
32.
All right. So, looking around, you're very, very paranoid at this point. You're trying to find anything that can give you an idea of what's ahead. So, looking around, you don't see much except for you do see there's like these small. They're almost like empty little braziers at the points on the bridge, and then you hear just this really weird sound. It sounds like somebody thumping really, really hard on something that's large, hollow, and made of metal.
In the room?
No, it's coming out from the tunnels around.
Drums in the deep. Okay, got it. That's fucking awesome. I'm going to try and stay on the rope / fly in a manner so that bottom of the rope is on the land. See if I can find some way to secure it enough, kind of at an angle, so everybody could just slide onto the land and not go into the.
Perfect. Okay, so
I will guidance myself for whatever check with it.
and this is more. I'm just trying to think of. Okay, so as you.
You and I
So
just
do
hold it.
you get into the water and then swim over? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm kind of like using my wings to fly to the side to take up that
Gotcha, okay.
slack of the rope to kind of swing myself to
Okay.
land there, and then find something to secure that end of the rope too, so that kind of
Gotcha.
like at an angle, so
Okay.
they don't end
How
up in
about
the
we
water.
hold on to it? You and I can hold on to it.
So
Oh,
you
we,
hear
yeah,
whispered
we
to
can
you.
do that too. Yeah, we could do that. We need to leave if it's better on land.
Perfect. So go ahead and make a strength check, and then just so I can see how strong you're flapping. And I guess do it at advantage because I assume Zephyr you're helping with this because
Yes.
yeah, perfect. So go ahead and make a strength check.
Oh shit!
Okay, natural 20, so doesn't matter if it's a save or what. So as you flutter your wings, both of you together, you kind of like are flapping your wings to push it forward and then using your hands to go down the rope at the same time as you're kind of flapping and descending. It is a lot harder than usual, but you kind of like also you kind of just like burst through, and then as you land neatly on this little piece of land, you can like look around and it's pretty bare, but you think there's some pillars in the back that seem to be holding up they look more for support of the ceiling, and you can tie the rope to them to allow people to ascend or descend.
Well, now Zephyr's got me all paranoid. Let's get a barbarian or two down here to do this,
Perfect.
Yeah.
and I'll just give the tug on a rope, and then remember that I can speak into the stone and tell everyone that it's good to
Damn,
come
I was
down.
gonna be like, seeing the rope move. I'm gonna, yeah. Did you guys have?
We could just speak into their ears. Like we have the ears,
Amazing.
guys. The ears.
That's what he's
Ready?
talking about.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
so you guys hear that.
Technically, Oozes is the only one that's actually in an ear.
So you guys all you hear
You
the
just imagine ones.
all clear from the ear and start to head down. Who's going first? Like what's our descension order?
Jack for blood scale first.
I think I say Ula goes first.
Oh, that's fair. Ooh,
I'll go third.
Hulu coming down. Then
Honestly, I'll go
Ulu's coming
last
down.
because
Okay,
that protects the rear.
perfect. Okay,
Fair.
so Ulu, and then who wants to go? We'll have Sento will go second, and then Bing's Vice third.
Zilgrit would go next to last.
Perfect. So that would bring Zadok,
Yeah.
and then Zilgrit, and then finally Bloodscale. All right, everybody who's descending, go ahead and make a just a strength check to see how well you descend. 'Cause
No.
This is
No.
not
Oh.
this is not an easy thing to do.
Oh God, good thing there's water.
Oh, I hate this.
We don't know if they should go in the water though.
No, that's exactly why I moved it to the island. Oh God. On the
There it
first
is.
class, can I hide?
I'm just gonna feather fall.
Okay.
Look it.
Probably.
You also you have luck and stuff you can use as well.
No, spell slot. I can convert.
Perfect.
Points.
Okay, so as Vicer, as
this works.
you perfect. Okay, and then
Yeah. Sento. I got
perfect.
you.
Yep, you got it.
Oh, he
Okay.
didn't do too well either.
So
Oh my god!
How was the
Featherfall.
bird full of metal did the best at this?
Cause he's still a fucking bird.
So
He can fly
fly.
still.
luckily, you can target 5 people. So that gets pretty much everybody. You can leave one person out. So as you all start to ascend, you see all of a sudden Vicer, as you descend, you're kind of going down, and then you start to slide a bit, and you burn your hands on the rope from the little slide. You're fuck, and your hands flip back, and you start to fall backwards, and you're like, fuck this, Featherfall, and you throw Featherfall and catch pretty much everybody
Yelling
with
like
it.
an anime character. I
And
love
then
it.
as you're falling, you just slowly like kind of keep rotating back around until you grab the rope again, and then just pull yourself down as you float.
Oh, no,
doing
weak
just this
sauce. I'm
neat
not touching
somersault
the rope again.
backflip.
No way. No touching the rope again. Just
If you
slide
don't
on
touch the rope,
down.
you will fall into the water
Why? Oh, because it's too far.
because the
Yeah.
rope is pulled to the
It's at
side,
an angle.
so it's pulling it to an angle so you don't land
Can I just
directly into the
float
water.
that way?
No, Featherfall, you only fall directly downwards. You'd have to
Okay.
kind of.
All right, never mind then.
Control
It's like a
yourself.
zip line, man.
Well, I thought it would just be like falling, like a feather.
Don't
No,
tell
no,
Roger
it's straight
Flo
down.
he's gonna have a
That's
bad
my bad,
time.
apparently.
Feathers don't have any control where they go. No, all right. So,
They don't fall straight down, though.
you know what I mean. All right. So you all eventually pull yourself to this place, and as you all kind of touch the ground, see, the last one was Bloodscale, correct?
Yeah.
All right. So Bloodscale, as your feet touch the ground, all of a sudden the small braziers light into life, and you find yourself in a lit cavern.
Shit.
Well, good news is I can see. I think that's about as far as I got.
All right.
Like we have 2 directions or 4?
4.
I'm gonna
How do
look
we?
to the left here.
Was there any sort of sign we can look for that, or something that would lead us towards Uza specific, or not Uza, Mesno specifically?
Sounds
could-
of screaming, maybe? I don't know.
That seems like
fa-
that would be
uh,
too unique here.
Make a perception check, everybody who wishes to.
I will assist Uza
Perfect. Uzi, advantage.
if he chooses.
on today?
Just getting him out of the way. Just getting him out of the way.
I guess.
Perfect. Okay.
Hello?
Hi,
Hello?
you're back.
Hey.
Wow.
Back.
Okay, what direction are the drums coming from? The ones that I heard.
The drums are coming from the this kind of south and west, and then they're coming from the direct south, and then they would be coming from the east and south, and those are the directions that it's
Okay.
coming from.
I will inform everyone of this in case they didn't hear it.
Thank
And
you,
then, also, my headset was going in and out because I was on fuck it again. What are we rolling perception check for?
Just,
To
you
try
know,
to
for
find
fun.
we'll try to find
Plus,
a
I'm also looking over here.
perfect. So you're trying to find out like any hint on of where to go, and basically that sort of.
Oh, okay. Guidance.
Okay, so, and then you Blitzkill gave you advantage.
Oh, so bam again.
Natural 1, so 23.
Natural one. All right. So luckily you didn't. All right,
Well, my
so-
first one was also a 23.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, that's all good. All right. So you guys kind of search around the area, try to find anything that would be related to Mesnos or give you an idea of where to go. You don't really find much, unfortunately, but you do hear the drums, and they it's really weird because it's like a do-do-do-doom, do-do-do-do-doom, do-do-do-doom, like in these 5 strokes. All happening very quickly, one after the other.
What about over here? I'm seeing things.
So, if you are you just walking over there to see what you can see?
Very slowly, yes.
Okay, perfect. Go and roll a stealth check. Perfect. And then go and roll your perception. It's okay. You still have pass. All right. So perception. You see, you can see there seems to be a table where there's papers and different things like scrolls, but they look really, really, really old. Like they're covered in dust and cobwebs have grown over. At least you hope they're cobwebs. It's just this kind of workbench area that seems to have been abandoned long ago. And with that 20, you also hear this little.
What's it saying?
Oh, it's not saying anything. That's just a creature sound.
Ah.
Ah, old creature.
Okay, so I kind of move back, and I'm like, "There's a creature over there. Some old scrolls. I don't know. It looks like a workbench. I don't know.
So
if we
not a way out.
should... No.
Hey, but there could be good stuff on that workbench. Who knows?
It could be. It could let us know what's in here with us, but we're gonna have to fight something.
I
What
do have a
kind of
question for Zephyr first. Do you know what the drums mean? You're the local.
Oh, that's
History check?
Go and make a history check.
History check.
18. So listening to them, you hear. Boom. Ba-da-da-da-dum. Ba-da-da-da-dum. And it's metal, but you realize that you've heard something similar to this before, in the arena. You've heard this something fighting in the arena that made the same rhythm when it attacked, and you remember it was something slimy and big, because you always saw like this big slime trails left after the next fight when this fight happened before yours.
Borf, heck!
Imagine this time you had to fight those dogs.
Dogs.
So, something used to make this sound, and I never fought it, but every time I went into the pit afterwards, there was slime everywhere. It's a huge creature. There's be right back. So we have a fight ahead of us no matter where we go. Do we want to check out the workbench and see if we can maybe get some more intel on the stuff that's in here, possibly.
To side quest or not to side quest, guys? What do you think?
I want the intel.
You want the intel?
More intel is never bad.
Yeah,
Alright.
we got a fight ahead of us then, and
What
we
are you-
probably want Sento to check for traps.
Yeah, well, I mean, Ooze is damn near invisible when you've got Pass Without a Trace out, so he could actually see what that creature is and give us an idea of what we're up against. And then we can strategize on how to defeat it.
Are we freaking out over a cat? I just want
I
to know.
mean,
Are we
yeah,
freaking out over a
it'd be
cat?
totally classic us, but if it's not a cat, it'd be good. Fucking accents all over it. Can't
He's
hold on to
either
it.
losing his mind. A cat.
We're just.
Right, so
Just Xavier.
okay, so
You're good, Mike. Don't worry, dude.
We go homie.
You good.
Welcome
we
back.
got. I got
Sure.
Pass Without a Trace up. You want to go closer and check that side where the workbench is to see what's there?
Who, me?
Yes,
Yeah,
you.
Yeah.
that was perfect.
Go.
Me?
Uza, don't go in the hole first. Uza, go check out that loot.
Oh, is that? It's a cave, not a hole. It's different. It's in the wall, not the.
Uza, you
Oh,
jump
that's a
down
fair
the
point.
hole first.
Well, and you're just scouting. You're just scouting to see what the monster is. You're not gonna fight anything, hopefully.
You guys fill me with confidence. I will.
I'm gonna be right here, buddy.
This is the me that believes in you. See?
Well,
That's-
you
yeah.
have 36, so
36. Because with Pass It Without a Trace, it'd be just. I don't even think you could. You know, blow
So-
a
You're
stone.
still in another campaign. Calm down.
So,
I
as
realize they're not even talking to me anymore. I'm just gone.
as you start
He
to
now
to,
sounds
like,
like a self-centered asshole
my
cat
God.
person.
No, he's Batman now.
he's
We
cat.
all looked
All
away
right.
for a second. Oh, how does he do that?
Every
With
time.
those wonderful.
Don't look at
things.
me behind that pillar.
So, as you sneak up, you two hear the. And as you kind of
It's
peek
Xavier
around this
sleeping.
corner, you see a
Oh,
couple.
Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I got you. Speak around this corner. You see a couple of remorhas sleeping inside this. It's this weird like fountain-like structure that keeps freezing and unfreezing as they breathe slowly.
So I can't see anything on the map where I'm at.
God
See,
damn
like
it.
a little
Hold on.
sliver right here.
Vision. Let's keep your night vision. Let's put it out to what's your?
I have night
Bam.
vision too.
You see now?
Oh. 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 Fuck me.
Oh, that's not cool.
As
I'm
you
just going
exclaim,
to,
no, I'm just kidding.
Oh Jesus! Just going to whisper very quietly into the ears, into my brow ear. Thing. Stage whispering. I'm gonna check out the workbench, but don't come down here. No matter what.
oh, okay.
Be careful.
Do
And
I
then I'm
need
gonna.
to get close so Pass Without a Trace goes to him? Like, can I get slightly closer without alerting them?
Boy, that's up to you.
I'm just gonna put my hands up if I see her move.
That's it. That's I get.
And I saw that arrow being drawn.
Look for you, Yugi. You've activated my trap card.
Speaking of traps, I'm gonna investigate for traps.
Perfect. Roll an
Don't forget to check
investigation.
for traps, Yugi.
All right, 24. Looking around. Oh, my food
Our
is
dogs are communicating.
all right. It's a midnight bark. No. Looking around, there doesn't seem to be any like traps or anything like that. But as you're kind of looking around, you do see that there are kind of clumps of eggs every once in a while that are. They're fairly large eggs, but they kind of have like this icy shell over the top of them, like they've been frozen into like clusters.
Oh, good. Are they pulsing?
A little bit.
Oh, good. Yay. I'm going to reiterate, don't fucking come in here. And I'm going to go further check the bench because I'm an idiot.
All right. So go ahead and position your token.
Oh, he's within safety zone for Pass Without a Trace.
And then I'm going to check the table.
Perfect. All right. So looking at the table, you see, like I described before, all of these kind of. There's a few scrolls, papers, quills that have like whose feathers have decayed into just a single stem poking out of a dried inkwell.
Okay.
There's a few bits of coin at the end of the table, opposite of
Up
you.
to date intel. This will be well worth the grab. I'm going to, for my trap check, do I need to do another one to investigate if not only just for traps, but if I disturb anything here, am I going to cause a ruckus?
No, but we'll go with your previous one. So
Okay.
you feel like if you're quick and careful enough that these objects are light enough that you wouldn't probably disturb too much of it as long as you're very careful.
Quick and careful is my middle name. Yoink, and I fly away. No, just kidding. I am going to carefully grab everything.
Okay. So go ahead and give me.
The text.
You know, let's do sleight of hand check. We never do those.
Yay! Yay!
The lowest you
I
can.
swear to
roll.
God, if I fail on another fucking sleight of hand.
So
Didn't you take
carefully.
a feat so that it couldn't happen again?
No, you gotta.
I mean, it's a 26, unless I roll a 1, but I've passed like 2 of these in this entire campaign.
That's true.
Reliable
So-
talent doesn't negate ones.
Exactly.
Okay.
So
Well, just don't do that then. Yeah.
being very careful. You reach.
Just negate a 2.
So.
Oh, Bender, there is no 2. Sorry.
So. Being very
That's what
careful.
I saw too.
Weird energy tonight, man. I had
Weird
the same
energy
problem
tonight.
last Sunday, man. It's just
Sorry, the
wrangling
moon is
back.
out. Full moon, man.
Okay.
I don't
So.
know.
So.
Should
that
have
had
just
a weird
played
energy.
420. It would have made more sense, dude.
So.
No, this is good. I'm sticking.
Shut up! God damn it! All right. So. With the pulsing ever present, you reach over and you grab the first scroll, and as you go to pick it up, only the seal and the wrapping for the seal around the scroll comes up, lifts free of the paper as the first scroll falls to dust. You pocket the seal. You start to reach for another piece of paper, and as you grab it, the very tip of it comes off, and this little. Your heart stops for a second, but nothing seems to happen. As you continue to grab, you grab the quill and ink. Well, you.
Oh, I'm
find
not gonna
this-
take quill and ink. Well, I'm going for intel only.
Perfect.
Paper and
There does seem
paper and
to
scrolls.
be a scroll that, while dusty, doesn't seem as delicate as the others. And as you grab that, and you kind of, without even dusting the dust off of it, slide it into your pocket as it seems to come complete. There is a what do you call those things? It's like a signet ring. So it's a signet stamp where somebody would stamp a house.
a wax seal.
Wax seal, exactly. And so you carefully pull that and put it into your pocket. Do you want to go for the coins?
Fuck no.
Okay. So
Feels like a game show. Do you want to go for the coin? No, I'm good. I'm good. Regis.
Going?
I'm gonna take
Perfect.
my earnings and leave.
I'm gonna head back with my. Jesus, dogs. Fucking sake.
Oh, they
You're-
think I'm funny.
your dogs alert the remote. No, I'm just kidding. So
Yeah,
you-
no, that's fair. They're being assholes. I will sneak back at this point,
Perfect. So you successfully sneak
and
back.
then whisper to everyone, no yelling, no getting excited. There are 2 sleeping fuck all giant monsters in there. Look like they're both ice and fire. And that's terrifying, and we should go another way. Because it's also a dead end, I think.
What'd you
90%
find?
sure. Oh, here, and I'll bust out all this.
Perfect. So
Do I recognize any of it?
Zephyr, you do recognize that the stamp is for your house seal to seal things like orders and wax.
I grab it and I just kind of.
Her new house or her old house?
Old house.
And I put it in my pocket.
Perfect. Go ahead and write family seal in your family seal stamp, I should say, in your inventory for.
Why is that down here?
This was my father's.
What's that? Ain't.
And then the scroll that is as you pull it out and kind of dust it off, you guys can see that it has been magically preserved, and it has the house seal on it, and then it is kind of bound with what appears to be a gold ring.
It's probably yours to read, Zephyr.
Alright, I'm gonna take it and see what I can get out of it.
Perfect. So as you slide it out of the seal and start to unroll it, looking at it, it is a recipe for wine. It seems like your father had enjoyed having a private stock of wine that he made in these cellars, but it's also part of it is wine, and then part of it is an ale recipe. You recognize it, and it says like it's for a blood ale, similar to the one that you had at the tavern.
I just roll it up. I'm like, well, now I know where my fondness for drinking came. Let's I pocket that, and I'm like, all right, let's see where else we can go.
Top right then, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm a stealthy check, recon, super cool, or the druid's gonna go with me, yeah.
Perfect.
Yep, pass
All right.
without a trace.
Go ahead and roll that stealthy check.
I'm gonna guidance her.
Okay, guidance for your stealth.
Fuck. So
Roll that
13.
guidance. All right, so 13, 23, and then a fucking 43. All right, so let's see.
14 for her.
14.
14.
40.
I'm not getting any closer, so.
Perfect. So, as you sneak over, you guys, you hear this as slurping over. You see the head of this weird creature that has these tentacle stalks above its head that all seem to end in these spiky balls as it pushes itself, trying to push itself through into the corridor to you. You recognize this as a flail snail.
No! Oh God, no!
My Sarah's fucked.
Slow.
This flail snail brought to you by Jess herself.
Yeah.
Nice. She's
Yeah,
like, my favorite
I
pet when I was a kid was the flail snail.
So
I recognized it immediately.
perfect. So
Yeah.
it's at it's at
we
this
kill
point. I'm gonna go ahead and have you all roll initiative.
So
Oh,
yes.
is it attacking us?
Oh yeah, it is. Hold on, let me clear
Oh.
out this real quick.
They triggered the. Damn, that thing has some good sight.
Well,
Actually, she
Zephyr
rolled
probably did.
real bad.
Oh.
I rolled really bad, even with pass without a trace.
Oh, all right.
I'm probably
let's
fine.
go.
Perfect.
All
So
right.
go ahead and roll your initiatives. Don't forget the other creature characters you're controlling.
I wish I had invested in initiative, but I was like, it doesn't matter if I attack first. Let them tanks get in there. Then I got slow, and it's like, oh man,
Yeah, no, that would be just great right now.
it's just
All right.
primo right now.
All right, so
forgot
let's
to
go ahead and get
click,
some
too.
battle music up in here. So all right, so you guys are the fucking best.
Helping you out, man.
All right, so everybody rolled their initiative. Oh, no,
Yeah,
no, no.
I also found my text alert.
Not even the actual sound, just
No,
a clip
just-
of me doing it.
All right, so Uza, you are up first as you see this thing kind of trying to pull itself through this.
Cool. I'm gonna. Do I feel like I'm still stealth? I know it's kind of a weird position in the room, but I rolled
It
crazy
doesn't-
high.
It's hard to tell exactly what it's looking at, as it doesn't have very really eyes of any sense.
Okay.
But you feel like maybe you are. Hard to tell.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot it.
Perfect. Roll that attack. Add it.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna shoot at it.
Go ahead and
Everything
roll
else is trying to kill us here.
Go ahead and roll at
man.
advantage.
Okay. Justice reigns from the side.
33
Natural 20.
definitely hits. Yeah, that'll fucking roll that beautiful bean damage.
Oh.
They changed the thing.
Yes, it's very confusing now.
I know, it's actually really convenient now.
What?
Does the
Oh,
math
okay.
for you. All right, so
Nice.
31 points of damage coming out from the initial volume.
61, sir.
61.
No.
Oh yeah.
The
So
crit.
as you guys watch as
and if it matters, now I'm not good. Yeah, I would do lightning because I don't know what the hell this thing is.
okay, go and roll the lightning.
3, so 6, so 67. Oh, so close to 69.
Would have been the day for it too.
Yeah.
Great day for hay.
So 67 points of damage, sir.
Perfect. Okay, so let me see if it is what's going to happen here. No, yeah, fuck it. Nope. That's so you see Uza as it starts to like slurp its way towards you. You just kind of like look at it and you pull the bow, and as you go to like aim at the face, you're like, kind of like aim downwards, and then you release an arrow and it goes down, ricochets up into the shell, and you just see this discharge of like electricity as it climbs up the snail, as it just kind of like spasms and then falls over dead.
That was quick.
Did
Killed
you
that
just murder-
majestic creature.
Okay.
murder someone? What the hell was that?
If we're staying in initiative, I'm going to
No,
call out to
initiative is done.
everyone.
You're
Oh,
dead
okay.
already.
That was it.
Don't worry, guys, I got it.
Oh,
Did,
God.
did
Killed
something
that
happen?
majestic creature.
Those
Oh, did I
things
kiss?
seemed a lot scarier when I was 8.
Well, to be fair, he is 8, so
Well, that's fair.
Circle of
No.
life.
Kind of poke at it. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna go over to it and kind of take my bow and I'm gonna poke at it.
Perfect.
Why is it so shiny?
Yeah, its shell is a beautiful, like, multicolor, like, basically almost like an enhanced mother of pearl with much more brighter, scintillating colors.
How heavy does it?
Fucking heavy.
Just the shell.
Fucking heavy.
Maybe you could break it up.
I mean, not me.
I mean,
I don't really think it's that important, but what else is in there?
I will go check by myself.
I am not going anywhere closer. Pass
Alright,
without a
so-
trace again, but
Jesus Christ!
On a roll today. All right, so sneaking in,
God.
you see
so you took all my luck, you bastard.
I'm sorry. I've
It's-
been saving them up
You-
for 3 weeks.
You can't take all of it, crying it out loud.
so inside you see just another one of these fountains. It looks like the water is pretty crystal clear without any animals inside of it. But this one, it just seems to have free flowing water that collects up, and it comes from somewhere. But you see there is this trail that's been left behind by this flail snail. It's kind of weird because while it is slime is left behind, the actual like ground itself has been like just kind of like it's almost a different color. All of the like grime and stuff of this place has been pulled up as if it has been consumed.
Like it's been consumed?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck this. I'm backing up.
Okay.
That sounds... Actually,
Ty's like, why? Why would you be
Uh.
afraid of that?
is that gold really there?
Yeah, that gold's really there. It's
Oh god.
How much is it?
a decent amount. You see, it's a decent amount. You can't tell how much there is just by looking at it.
No, I'm like, I might... Are we talking like 30 gold or like
we're
300?
talking like pockets full.
Pockets full?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing as ever bad has happened to me from just grabbing pockets full of gold.
No.
But that was a different Uza in a different time, and I retreat back.
His alignment has changed. Okay.
He's a
perfect. So-
man now.
all right. So
I listened to that Mulan song. It's good. Hey,
You
there's
retreat
nothing over
back.
there.
now I'm asking, how heavy is this fucking shell?
Why
not-
did you come back?
not so heavy that you can't do
It's,
anything about
it's
it.
a dead end.
Well, I want to move
There-
it somewhat quietly.
Okay. It's let's see. This is it's a large creature. You're barbarian. Your strength. Yeah, you could probably. You think you can move it without making too much noise if you're careful about it.
How tall is the shell?
Let's see. The shell with our large creature. It's a decent size. It's I'd say it's about 3.5 feet tall by like 3 feet wide and kind of like this big weird spiral
I could
pattern.
probably feasibly get in the shell and lift it up.
I mean, once you pull it off of the corpse of the shell snail, the flail snail, yeah.
I mean, I should be able to.
Can we worry about it later?
Well, they're used to fucking noises coming out of this fucking room, so if I try to hack off part of the shell, if I do it in the room, it makes sense.
It's fair.
And you also continue.
Be
to
careful
hear
of the water. It's
Brum,
too tasty.
brum.
Oh, is that noise getting closer?
Nope, stays exactly where it is.
While Bloodscale does that, I'm going to take up a position like right here and stealth and keep my eye on that Remoraz cat.
Okay, perfect. Give me a strength check and describe what you're doing for me, Bloodscale.
Well, you told me I gotta fucking rip it off of the thing,
Perfect. Okay.
right?
Yep.
Hold on, I want to make sure. I mean, does this count as breaking an object?
You know what? Let's see. I'd say you're pulling it apart and breaking it, so I'd say yeah, you can have the advantage.
Really?
This is an act of destruction, which that's clearly meant to cover.
17.
17 and a 7. Okay, so as you kind of stand over it, you kind of put your head on the flail head part of it, and then you kind of reach your claws and kind of get this nice separation. You feel like it got pretty toasted by all that electricity that came out of Uza, so it's kind of almost cooked, and so you kind of get this. And then as you pull it apart, most of the shell comes clean off, and there's still some bits in the back, but you're able to be carefully enough in that small confined space that you don't end up hitting the wall with it, which was your main concern. And then you kind of look around, and doesn't appear to have disturbed anything.
I have a super dumb idea.
Well, do you now?
Okay.
Blood snail?
I mean, kinda, yeah. I got a giant fuck off shield now, guys.
Are you sure it's not gonna like burden you down in battle?
I'm gonna throw it at the first thing I see.
That I like.
So, it is heavy enough. You'll lose about 5 feet of movement until you put it down. But yeah, you can
Even though
definitely
my
carry it
carrying
with you.
capacity's doubled?
I thought that was only when you were raging.
No, that's aspect of the bear, dude.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Never mind. You're
nice.
good. You don't lose any speed. You're fucking champion monster.
I'm gonna
crazy
Captain
dude.
America this fucking snail spell. It's funny.
I like
Fuck.
it.
Yes.
Hell yes. Okay.
Oh my god, is it big enough for me to hide in during combat?
Let's see. Your forfeits.
You would probably be prone, but yes.
Yeah, you'd be prone, blind, and restricted. But yeah, you could fit in there.
Could I hide
Pop
behind
out
it
for
if
a
it
shot?
was set on the ground?
No, you're too tall now. If you hadn't grown, maybe. But you're freaking. I'm a monster.
Ty will regret the day he gave us a flail snail.
No, I won't.
He's gonna love
Okay.
it. This is great.
Alright, do I see anything from
Content,
the
bro.
Remoraz cavern?
Nope, nothing coming from there.
Cool. Well, I think our options are fuck off drum sound or fuck off drum sound.
Pick a drum sound.
I'm
I'll
going
get
bottom
ready
right.
to throw this.
Bottom right.
Bottom right.
Wait. Did we do a history check on the drums yet?
Yes, it's a creature, and those are the attack sounds it makes.
So now that you've seen the flail snail, you get the idea that they hit with all of theirs in a pattern. That's what they're banging against something. So there might be more flail snail ahead.
Oh.
So,
Don't worry, guys. I got it. They're pretty easy.
Oh. Let the overconfidence begin. It always works.
I mean, I basically have to, right? I shot one fucking arrow and killed it.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. Alright, well we'll follow you then.
All
All
right.
right, so
Moving forward, stealthing.
Where's everybody positioning as he's headed? Because he's getting a little bit further from the
follow
party.
you.
Wherever you may go.
All right, so
Jackie Chan.
are you guys all Ty's favorite movie? No, are you?
Things that I had forgotten until this moment.
Operation Condor. That movie.
Oh,
No,
such
that was
a good
Jackie Chan's
well,
First Strike.
no,
First Strike. You're right.
Yeah.
First Strike.
I'm gonna
Like,
get here, but I'm gonna have the shell in front of me.
Perfect.
Gotta
Okay, so
watch
you're
those
kind of holding
again.
that shell in front of you. And then
Take your clothes out. Keep singing.
where the rest
Sorry.
of where the rest of you kind of positioning as?
Middle of the pack, please.
Okay, so we'll just go ahead and do.
Samesies.
Middle of the pack.
This musical episode of Dungeons and Dragons brought to you by I don't know,
Jackie
it's
Chan
420.
movie.
420. All right. So, go and roll your stealth check for me.
Okie dokie.
All of us, or
Okie dokie, Smokey.
Damn it.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. Everybody roll a stealth check for me, just because I'll need to know that.
19.
There
Wow.
we go. Finally, a decent roll. Mega.
Perfect.
Once again, I am the lowest common denominator.
So,
That was Ogre was.
mhm.
Yeah, he's got that -1.
That sweet disadvantage.
No, he's at disadvantage.
Oh.
Oh my.
And so
'Cause he didn't get his fucking armor fucking padded like Bloodscale did.
Yeah, yes. So as you get to about here, you hear the thrrr, thrrr, thrrr. But then as everybody kind of groups up, you hear the clank, clank of poor Zilgret, and then you hear and then the Remores start to dash out. You hear them
Oh shit.
Shit!
running, and we'll go ahead and keep your guys' initiative. I'm just going to roll theirs as...
Oh sure. Let's keep these initiatives.
I mean,
I'm
I don't
not
mind.
even in the turn order.
And then...
I'm not in the turn order.
You're not in the turn order. Why are you in the turn order? What was your initiative
I
last
don't
one?
know. I don't know. There I am.
Let me go and re-roll this and look up at what you got before. Because it was such a long combat before. Okay,
It's
you
like
got a
9. Yeah, I got a 9.
I got a
Damn.
rock. Okay.
Pretty much.
That is terrible music. What the hell? 1 second.
Shoots
Hold
my
on.
tooth.
I'm supposed to study to these lo-fi beats? I think not.
Okay, perfect. So you hear the Remores running up the tunnel at you. And then Uzo, you're up first as you hear this from behind, and you pivot to see Remores' head is just barely sticking out. They've dashed forward.
Let me think. I must consider all my possible actions. Oh, I'm at advantage, right? Because I'm hiding?
Let me see.
Yeah, they
I mean,
don't
I
know
rolled
he's
up like
there,
a
right?
33.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're good.
And then bum rushing
30.
right past him.
27.
27.
Boy.
Miss. No, of course
20.
that hits.
I rolled
Nice.
excellent. Alright.
All right, nice.
40
Nice.
points of damage.
40 points of damage as you loosen arrows and it hits this Remores in the eyes.
Cool. I'm gonna move over here,
Okay.
and try and bonus action hide.
Okay, roll your stealth check. What do you... Wait, hold on. What are you hiding? How are you hiding?
Isn't this a rock?
Yeah, it's like a 3-foot rock. It's like...
Okay, that's fair. I'm going to.
I'm standing in front of it, so
I'm
You
not
are-
a halfling. Fuck it. I'm gonna bonus action twiddle my thumbs.
Bonus action twiddling
That's
your
my
thumbs.
turn.
All right. Zephyr, you're up.
shit. Go with. Yes. Okay.
This week on the History Channel.
Charge!
Little did these soldiers know that this would be their final battle.
Erupting Earth. All right, dexterity saving throw from the rim.
So it's a 20-foot cube centered on that point becomes difficult terrain. So I'm thinking.
Trace your cube for me.
Gleam that cube.
Oh.
So
Okay,
20,
perfect.
20.
So it rolled a 16 for its save, so it takes full damage, and I believe is knocked
Yay!
prone, correct?
Blah, 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 blah. It just says each creature in the cube's area must make a dex save. If it takes the 3d12 damage on a failure, or
Oh no, it becomes rough terrain though, correct?
yes, it's rough terrain,
Perfect. Okay.
so it'll slow 'em down.
Knocked prone. Stupid snake. You ain't even got legs. You got knocked over.
Perfect. So there's the rough terrain, approximately. So rough. I feel worse for have done that. All right, and then that'll be so erupting earth. Any bonus action?
Just looks like dog turds.
It
Just
does. I
gonna
chose the
move
exact wrong color.
Move over here.
Perfect. Okay, so you move over there, and then
That's the erupting turd.
erupting earth. All right, that'll bring us to Cento Flynn.
Cento Flynn is going to. Okay. He's gonna move over here
44 on his.
and bonus action hide.
Okay, perfect. Go and roll his stealth. Perfect. Natural 20. That's the way to do it.
All right. So Cento's not giving me any vision, but I can kind of see from Uza. Is the second Remoraz visible to Cento?
Let me. I forget if Cento has dark vision. Let me check.
He does 60 feet.
Yes. Then yes, yeah, he can see him.
Okay, so he's gonna throw a dagger.
Throwing the dagger.
Perfect.
And so this should be throwing dagger.
Perfect.
21.
21 will hit.
All right. Oh, not great damage. 26.
Yeah, 26.
And then
So he crit on the piercing damage and crit failed on the sneak attack damage?
yes,
hell?
that's exactly what happened.
yeah.
Zany.
Yeah.
He's gonna get hit with 1d4 psychic damage.
Oh, is
from
he using
his
perfect?
dreadful strike,
Perfect.
which
Go
is
and
no
roll that.
action.
Just dreadful.
It's just absolutely dreadful. And then he is going to use Wails from the Grave immediately after you deal your sneak attack damage to a creature on your turn. You can target a second creature that I could see. Oh, within 30 feet. Never mind.
I think it's within 30 feet of the thing that you hit. 'Cause
Oh,
I
within
imagine
30 feet of the first creature.
Yeah, you hit it and then
Yeah.
you pull it out and hit the things around it. The way
Yes.
I read it.
Oh, it'll be another 3d6 necrotic damage to the other.
Perfect.
That's not bad.
You're lying to see.
Perfect. All right.
And
then
that will be his.
Oh, well within reasonable amounts of damage.
Oh no,
Nice,
I
nice,
can
nice.
I can throw another dagger.
you can, yeah. Perfect. Yeah, 22 definitely hits.
So it's just the 12 on this.
Okay,
so
good.
no sneak attack.
Excellent. So another 12 damage. So you guys watch as Cento dives, puts his back to the pillar for a second, then pops out and then throws two daggers at the same time. And as they both dig into this Remora, you see he pulls something from his belt and it shatters into his hand, and as he pulls sideways, you see this shadowy essence pull off of the Remoras and out of the dagger and dive into the back of the second Remoras, hitting it and burrowing inside of it. And then as he kind of puts his back to the pillar again, you see his daggers just appear back in their holsters.
This guy's kind of fun.
Good trick.
And then he's gonna move here, and that should be his turn.
Perfect. That brings us to Zilgrad.
Right? Really only the big guys left. I don't know what that does.
Throw me out of the way of this thing.
Toss me away.
It's gonna be me and Zach standing here with this thing.
You'll have to toss the dwarf accented guy.
Don't tell this.
Trying to not blow a bunch of shit.
Good
Good
plan.
call.
Unless they're paying you. I mean,
Hey yo.
Do what you gotta do at that point, right?
Hopefully not.
He is going to stand at the ready to defend.
excellent.
And we're just gonna go with
Sacred Flame. Dexterity saving throw. Rolled a 5. Takes all 16 points of radiant damage. That's a fucking amazing Sacred Flame.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
And I think that's gonna be his turn.
All right, Zilgrat done. That'll bring us to the Remores at the door. Now, there's Remores at the door. So, Remores is just going to charge forward to about there with the rough terrain. It can't get any closer. But
Oh, nice.
luckily it
Could've
has a
used my
10-foot
rage.
reach. So, it's going to make a
Oh no.
bite attack
yes.
against poor Zilgrat. That is a 30 to hit.
I wish I could have seen that. Yeah, that hits.
Sorry, I don't know why it's hold on, let me check my
It's
so
like a motherfucker.
1 second.
Roll 20 recently turned everything to whisper.
Oh, okay, I see what it says. Whisper
going in
monster
between
rolls to DM. Use general whisper setting. Okay. Let me just roll a test real quick. Hey, all right. So unfortunately, it's much worse than that. So as this Remores kind of is crawling forward through the broken rubble, and it kind of rears up, and then as it does, its head strikes forward, and the jaws kind of open, and you see there this searing heat come off of its jaws. This as its own spit is disintegrated in this biting heat as it locks onto and around Zilgrat. Zilgrat takes 42 points of piercing damage, 10 points of fire damage for 52 points of damage total.
It's a lot.
And then he is considered grappled and restrained. And
Oh, I can actually add some back because this boy had temporary still.
nice. Perfect. And that is going to be that Remorez's turn. That'll bring us to Zadok.
Woohoo. What does Zarek know about these creatures? Anything?
Roll, let's see, just a general intelligence check. 'Cause these are specific. Okay, so Remores, you know that they're normally found in super cold regions. They can't stand too much heat. But in order to adapt to the cold, they made their own bodies heat up. So you know that they're immune to cold and fire damage.
Neat. Okay.
You also know not to stand close to it.
Yeah, I do. I know that I'm going here.
Oh
And
no.
how does it look in
It's-
terms of the damage that has been done to it thus far?
It's taking a bit of damage. It's getting close to like, it's showing a lot of signs of damage. Not like to the point of like death, but it's showing a lot of signs that it has gotten pretty fucked up.
Okay. Well, then we are going to hit it with the double pew.
20 hits, and then 18 also hits. So.
No, it's 18 and 25. The 20 was my intelligence.
Oh, sorry.
check.
Yeah, 18 hits, 25 hits, no problem.
17 piercing.
Perfect. 17 points of piercing damage coming out as you quickly run out of the way. Real quick, where were you? Where were you were here, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, no, you're good. Oh, actually, its mouth is full, so you're fine. So you run away, and then you fire your blaster as you're running your mindcaster. I mean, and you fire the two quick shots, and then you
It's
dig
a
into the
blaster.
body of it,
A blaster. Come on.
It's
We all
totally
know
a
the
blaster.
truth here, boy.
and that'll bring us to Vicer.
Oh wait,
know if
no,
I can
I'm
hit-
Oh, sorry.
blade stinging.
Sorry, blade sting starts. So you guys
There we go. Now Vicer can go.
you hear the familiar, almost monk-like chant of the throat singing begin, and then Vicer go.
I don't want to hit our friend here, so.
Oh,
I'm
he
gonna
is the creature is large enough that you don't have to. You can shoot around his mouth.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm gonna shoot it in the heart with a lightning bolt then. Shizhao.
Okay. Is that a dexterity saving throw?
Yep.
13. No, that
Not
definitely.
today, Satan.
Sorry, 26 points of damage. Okay, no, you guys did enough damage to save Zilgrat from getting electrocuted from this as well. As you throw the electricity out through it, you hit it like dead center, and as the electricity hits, you see its mouth drops open as Zilgrat falls and lands on the floor prone, being dropped from the grasp. But as the electricity travels through it and zaps through it, I think... Yeah, that's a 100-foot line, so the other one also has to make a dexterity saving throw, but you get 7.
Nice.
So another
I can't even see
26.
the other one.
You just fired in a straight line and got, yeah. So the other one takes another 26 points of lightning damage as well.
Know your target and what lies beyond.
All right. And then any bonus actions?
It's still alive and or kicking, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Got all those little legs. It's a chorus line all by itself.
I'm gonna twin spell it. No, I can't.
think-
Never mind, that's for one targets once.
Exactly. I mean, you basically twin spelled it already just by shooting it in a straight line.
However, I'm gonna use quicken spell to have a spell that would have a casting time of 1 action. Spend
Give me
2
bonus?
sorcery points to change the casting time to 1 bonus action.
Okay.
So. I'm
What are you
doing
gonna
that.
cast?
Lightning bolt.
Roll it.
Same.
Second
Same.
verse, same as the first.
Exactly.
Yeah, you beat
All
me
right,
to it.
perfect.
It's
Roll
the chorus, boys.
Oh, Jesus, even more damage. 1 saves, though. Just barely. All right, so, and then, take 20 points of freaking damage anyway, so. All right, 20 points to that, and then the back one does not save, another 39 for it. As you just. And then you guys. Oh, roll a d20 for me.
No. Ty's like, can't have you.
All right,
Even lankier.
1 second. Table here. Go roll the d100.
Oh no.
Yeah!
Oh, jeez.
Summon a Tarask.
No!
5.
25. All right.
There was a big one.
For the next minute, the range of all your fire spells are doubled with their immune fire. So,
Oh, okay.
all right. That'll bring us to Blutscale.
Hold on, I'm not staying
sorry.
here. Fuck that.
Yeah, go ahead and move. Sorry.
That's a fair point.
All right.
Run back to my Uza.
Okay. Perfect.
Occupied.
Go away. You're
Right
gonna
behind
do And that'll bring it to Bloodscale.
I'm gonna shift to here,
Perfect.
and I'm gonna fucking hammer throw this fucking goddamn shell into the bitch.
Okay. Roll. This will be.
I have proficiency with improvised weapons due to Tavern Brawler.
Shit. Yes. Okay. So, D20 plus
What's
strength
the
plus
shit I learned in a
proficiency.
bar?
I don't know what this would be.
Let's see. Probably close to your unarmed. Whatever your unarmed strike would probably be, since you're Tavern
Boulder?
Brawler. Because
I'll roll an
giant
unarmed
boulder
and you
throw.
figure out the fucking rest.
Perfect. That'll work. Roll that unarmed.
Can I do this? Hold on. Bonus action rage before anything.
So advantage because you're throwing something. Yeah.
No, I was gonna go reckless.
Oh yeah. Go ahead and reckless.
Ah.
Get that advantage. That works even better.
Improvised weapon
But no,
master.
the rage doesn't give me advantage because it's an attack. So
Oh,
I'd
okay.
have to
Yeah.
do
Perfect. Yeah. Get that reckless on.
27.
Yes. Okay. So fucking shit. That thing is.
Feel free to roll whatever damage you feel fit.
All right. So that thing's pretty decently sized. So we're gonna say 40-10. 20 points of damage plus your strength modifier, which is, I believe, 5 at this point. Or you?
Yes, it is.
5. So
Let's
25.
go.
25 points of damage as you guys watch as Bloodskill runs up and he kind of like pulls back and then he just fucking shot puts and then he throws a little spin on it so it looks like the spinning spiral projection of this fucking snail shell hits the remora as like dead center. It's like it's looking pretty fucking screwed up right now.
That was attack 1.
Yep.
Dogs are
The
unhappy.
end is near.
Oh my god.
Well, I have to roll over here because I haven't built it over there yet.
You sure
Wait,
someone's not trying to break into your house?
31 definitely
Bring
hits.
it. Be a
21.
much worse day for them. They'll have to deal with these fucking asshole dogs.
Perfect. So after throwing you immediately
Break
run
it,
in.
you're like, fine, take it. I don't even want it anymore. Comes
You
with
run
the
in.
dogs, by the way.
So after it hits, you run in afterwards, and then as it's kind of rolling forward towards you after off of the remoras, you jump off of it and jump up and slam your axe into the side of its head. It's like as it kind of like reels back, and you can feel it barely holding on to life as you kind of like pull it down in front of you, but it barely survives. That'll
Hold
bring
on.
us.
Hold
Oh,
on.
sorry.
I feel that it's almost dead.
Yes, absolutely.
I have a thing for this.
What is
I'm
it?
gonna blow one of my smites.
Okay, yeah, doesn't matter what you roll, it had 1 health point. And so, as you pull it down and you're looking up and you can feel its life already starting to drain, you just feel this pulse of... You're connected to red right now, correct?
Yes.
Fire, as you... The flame comes out of the end of the axe and you see... Nothing happened because it's immune fire damage.
Oh.
But now, ending your turn within 5 feet of it, you take 3d6 heat damage, reduced to half, reduced to a quarter, because you're raging and you're attuned to fire. So you take 3 points of fire damage
Oh no.
as its mates.
Guys, no.
Help that poor man.
Why won't somebody help that poor man? It's gonna run, and but only can
measuring
get to
more
like here,
things.
and you're well without of its reach. And it is.
It takes damage if it dex save thing.
No, it's just rough terrain. It's because the damage is caused by the exploding of the earth, the eruption. It doesn't. It's just rough terrain. It's not a persistent damage thing.
Each creature in the in the cube.
At the time of it exploding, yeah. Let's see. It can do nothing because it can't get close enough because of the rough terrain. All right, cool. So that is its turn. That'll bring us back to Uza.
Okie dokie, artichoke. I am
Okie
going to
dokie,
start my turn by yelling at Zarek, "That's a bad spot, bro. There's more flail snails around that corner." And then... Shit, that spot's occupied. I'm gonna go here and hide.
Okay, roll a stealth check.
32.
32. Okay.
Actually, technically, that's an advantage. 34.
34. All right.
And then the one up front's pretty fucked up, right?
Oh yeah, it's barely.
Okay, I'm not gonna bother with him. I'm gonna shoot the one in the back.
Perfect. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Shika-cow. I mean, shika-cow. There it is. Oh,
16.
shit, I'm at advantage. 30.
30. All right. 30 does hit.
Okay.
49.
49.
Jesus wept. Okay. That's not even
Sorry, that's a 51.
51 points of damage coming out from the Chlog. All right. You rolled like
then-
max. Friggin', that's nice. All right. Go ahead.
Yep. That's my turn. That's
Perfect.
everything.
Zephyr,
Noise.
you are up.
See. Okay.
They're both looking pretty rough.
On the second one, not the first one.
Light Constitution.
Oh, I gotta get closer. Hang on. Moving
I-
first. Thank you. That's very helpful.
So what I do? All right. It fails its Constitution saving throw.
34 damage.
So you guys see the familiar tether of this kind of light, sickening green light fly out from Zephyr's hand as it connects to the center of the Remoras, and she pulls the life forward, and you see it kind of drain of color, and you hear this kind of like shh, as some of the heat of its life force is pulled out and away from it. It's looking fucked up. All right, these two are looking pretty damn bad. Sento.
Sento is going to duck in over yonder.
Hey.
Stealth check.
Hit it. 28, all right.
And then he's going to throw his first dagger at the one behind. Does he have advantage?
Yes.
Okay. Ooh, that sucks.
Yeah, no, the first throw goes as he kind of sneaks back. He gets too cocky, and you see he pulls out a blade, and then he kind of like, he looks around, and then he just takes over, and he just throws backwards behind him. And you see the dagger looks like it's on course, but then at the last minute, the Remora kind of like shuffles out of the way, and as it does, it's like wing flap things kind of smack the dagger out of the way rather than it finding a purchase. Just
rolled
missing.
4 twice in a row. Okay. His other dagger gonna go for the first one.
Perfect. That'll hit.
Okay.
Perfect. And then,
It's way overkill, but there you go.
so you see as that one misses, you see as it bounces off, you can't see his face, but you see his position just kind of like, and then so he just deliberately steps out, then takes careful aim at the other one and throws directly through the side of the head, is matching the axe, which is just barely lower, just barely missed the brain as it just hits in, and that whole creature goes limp.
There you go, Sento. Just shake it off, buddy. Shake it off. All right, that's his turn.
And that brings to Zilgrid.
Well, this boy. Yeah, he can make it. Fuck it.
He is a hobby.
Fuck it.
Fuck it.
I don't know how many attacks he gets in a round.
He gets 3 attacks.
I see it now! Don't use D&D Beyond often.
Fair. 21 hits.
Damn, he gets 3?
Mm-hmm. He is a cleric fighter, multi-class.
He's using two-handed, but yeah.
Perfect. So two-handed. What is this?
20 damage.
I'm trying to figure out why it rolled it so weirdly. Okay, 20 damage. Yeah. So
because it rolled both whether you're going to use one-handed or two-handed,
Gotcha, okay.
and then
just
the
the
rest of
the 20 on the attack roll. Oh, did he roll a nat 20 or something?
no.
Okay.
21.
Okay, perfect. So he runs up, and you see as he's running, he jumps over the. He actually jumps off of your axe, and you kind of give him a little boost as he launches over the first Remoras, and he's like, and as he pulls, he's like, "Oh, where the opponent falls again." As he jumps up, he lands directly onto the top of its head, driving his sword into its skull, and it kind of flails around for a minute, and he kind of like rides it out before it finally hits the ground. And as it does, he kind of like twists the blade. You see the tail twitch a little bit, and then he pulls the blade out, and then kind of steps back a few bits as the heat of the Remoras starts to fizzle out, and the heat around it is gone.
So I have a dumb question for Bloodscale.
Sure.
Does he get a vacuum feeling?
He does.
A vacuum feeling?
Yeah, what
From
the?
his-
What the hell?
Guys,
From
I'm gonna do
his-
something dumb.
Oh, this is gonna suck.
I'm
Vacuum?
hiding.
He holds up that
If
first
he's hiding, I'm
Remoras.
hiding too.
He holds up the first Remoras and just sticks his axe in.
Okay, so as you stick the axe in, you feel this familiar feeling of the elemental blood, only it's super, super strong this time. You kind of hold your axe as it kind of starts to flow into you, And then the first round.
I'm hoping the Octarine shit that we added to this helps.
So you take 14 points of cold damage and then 12 points of fire damage reduced to half because you're tuned to red.
I'm also still enraged.
Oh, if you're still enraged, then half on that. So 7 and 3, 10 points of damage total as you start vacuuming it up, and you feel the magics flowing into your axe from this magical blood from the Remoras. Do you hold on?
Yup.
Okay. Second round, you take 7 points of cold and then 2 points of fire as you continue to hold on the power flowing into you. You continue to hold.
Yeah. Until it's done.
And you take 17 points of cold damage reduced to 8, and then 10 points reduced to 5 of the fire. And at this point, you feel something in the axe. Kind of, there's almost this vibration at this point where it's like, when you can feel kind of the soft vibration from the axe as the vacuuming seems of the magic into it seems to have stopped or calmed for the moment.
Now I'm gonna do something extra dumb. I'm gonna run over to the second one and see if there's more.
Perfect. As you run over it and you kind of slam your axe into the second one, it seems like whatever the axe has absorbed, it's reached its limit for whatever this is.
All right, cool. I might have more brain friends. I don't know yet.
Neat.
Okay.
I've got one I'm trying to get rid of. You want it?
That one's more physical. This one's more brain.
All right, let's.
But yeah, sure. I'll take it.
Feel fat.
The sound of the fighting as you see another flail snail kind of appear at this entrance, kind of making its way out towards y'all.
Are we maintaining the same turn order?
Yes, yeah, just because you guys made a ton of noise and they have tremor sense, so.
Well, it is Zarek's turn.
Let's see. Oh yeah, Zarek. Let's see.
Run!
Turn order. Oh my god.
Be not there.
Na, na, na.
All right, Zarek, you are up as this thing just starts to kind of snail its way towards you.
Poor little guy doesn't even get battle music.
I mean,
We'll
we'll give it some really off-brand music. Here we go.
All right.
Fucking snail slugs just popping up.
Yeah, there's some tuba music here. All right. Yeah, let's turn around and go. Pew.
Oh shit.
Pew, 27 hits.
Right in the face.
9 points of piercing damage. Excellent.
Let's pew again.
16 barely hits. 12 points of piercing damage.
All right.
All right. Oh shit.
And we're gonna move away.
Okay. All right.
Away.
In case that wasn't clear.
All right. Then it is not nearly close enough to hit you. Bring us to Vicer.
Do 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 do. I cast magic missile.
Yeah, magic missile automatically hits, so it's just roll that beautiful damage. All right. So how many do you get at first level? Or are you cast at third level? How many misses do you get?
Sorry,
I think
I'm
I'm
checking.
still fucked up.
One more dart for each slot above the first.
And then first gives you
three
what, 4?
3 to start, and then 2
Okay.
more.
So
Yeah, so
5 total or 6 total?
move that.
Okay, so
Oh,
14,
God.
17, 20 points of magical bludgeoning damage. Or piercing
Cool.
damage. Force damage, that's the one I was looking for. 20 points as you just kind of unleash this volley into the poor snail as it just smacks it around. And as you're hitting it at these, you see that...
Are there eyes?
No, they're little flails where the eyes should be.
Right,
and as you
there's
guys
no
are...
eyes other than that.
No, it has no eyes. As you guys are beating into it with both your Mindcaster and Magic Missile, you see it all of them are like starting to droop except for one. Like the others have been like fried and beaten off and like destroyed as it just has one little flail on its front, looking all sad.
Close.
And then it's
Come
gonna.
on, buddy, you can do it.
Almost got banned from Twitch.
And then I'm gonna run over by Super Assassin Man.
Perfect.
Come
And
over
then,
here.
It's gonna use its action to dash, so it can move 20 feet instead of 10. It gets all the way here. That'll bring us. Or wait, no, it's gonna dash away. It's been fucked up. It's a snail. It doesn't have any reason. It's gonna dash away, dash away.
Not an
dash
aggressive
away.
snail. They don't.
I
they're
mean,
not very
it was
territorial?
aggressive, but you guys beat the aggression out of it, so it's gonna snail its way away at hyper pace. So it's kind of slinks away. Let's go.
I should be right next to the shell that I threw. Right?
Yeah, you can pick that bitch up.
Can I see the other one?
No, it ran out of sight.
I was gonna huck this at it. Well, I already got my axe out and I'm already pissed off. I'm gonna fucking smash into the shell and try to get some pieces.
Okay, roll a strength check.
Now that is definitely it.
Yeah, absolutely. You're looking to rend something in twain. 24, yeah. So as you pull back the axe, you just hit it at a like dead center, and it breaks with a 24. It breaks kind of neatly in half.
I was hoping for more stuff that I could put in the bag.
There are a few like shards and stuff. You can get like a good handful of.
I got 2 attacks. I'm gonna
Fragments.
hit it again.
Hit
Try
it
to break
again?
it smaller. 2 angry.
So you do hit it again, but like you're so mad at it not shattering the way you want, you kind of hit it like a little off square, and you break off like a good like just like one chunk. So basically, it's on its side, and you hit it, and just like a bit breaks off, but not like shattering it or anything.
Do I feel like I can put a chunk into the bag?
Absolutely, you can write a snail, flail snail, shell chunk.
Shell chunk.
Yeah.
Good enough.
All right. Perfect. So this snail is pretty messed up. Are you guys just gonna run in there and just kill it?
I was just gonna run to the bridge and shoot it.
Okay. So go ahead and roll in a
It's a mercy killing at this point.
yeah. So we're just gonna. It has like. It stands no chance. It has like 10 hit points left. So I'm just gonna go and fast forward to the end of this, where you guys are standing over the body of the dead flail snail, and then so you guys would we'll just put you guys in this room for now. So
Gonna kind of check my gear, get everybody. Kind of easy.
Don't underestimate this place.
Yeah, absolutely. What is going on? I think we're gonna find out that these are someone's pets or something.
Well, he like collected animals,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, they are part of a collection.
Lord of mercy. Do you think
So
we
we did
could
them
try
a favor.
druid craft the next one so we don't have to murder him?
Druidcraft?
Like, can you talk to him? You can talk to animals and stuff, right?
Oh, only if I have that spell, which I don't have right now.
Alright, fair enough.
Don't plan on talking to anything here. Killing them would be a mercy.
Okay, alright, good to know.
So as you guys are talking, you see in the middle of the room, there is this large. It's like this copper. Clearly used to be used like as kind of like a distillery kind of thing that the snail was banging its head against, trying to open it to get to whatever is inside.
Well, can we get inside?
Can certainly try.
Alright, let's try getting inside it.
Investigate for an opening.
Okay. So with your roll that investigation check,
Assistant!
Guidance.
guidance assistance. Perfect. So 25. Looking around it, there is like there's a smaller like feeding bin over here that you see that it leads. There's a tube to it, and you go. So you follow that pipe up to the top, and there's this kind of larger, like almost hatch that you can open.
I'm gonna check it for traps.
Perfect. Roll that beautiful trap
Guided.
check. That is 28.
31.
31. Yeah, no, it's not trapped.
Not trapped. Open it.
Perfect. As you open it, you see this kind of dark, now this black liquid kind of on the inside of it. It smells super harshly of alcohol, but also of spoil and rot.
Gross.
And then make a dexterity saving throw.
Fuck. Okay. With the 31?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. 24.
All right, 24. All right, so let's see if this thing hits you.
You managed not to vomit.
It's fine.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Go ahead and, actually, let me roll for this. It got a natural 20, and I'm not even kidding. Make it an intelligence saving throw.
Good at those. Kind of. Not really. Oh.
It's a DC 12. Okay, yeah, you made it. All right, perfect. So as you open this up, you see this small like brain with legs, like pop out, and it's trying to like rush over towards you. You guys see it like smack its brain against Uza, but like Uza manages to like pull back and is like holding it for a second and, and tosses it off of himself as this like tiny little brain is yeah.
Can I toss it at blood scale?
I go to smash.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, you toss it, and let's go and make it an attack as this brain is thrown at you.
Oh god, it skews on my hand.
One thing is, if I miss, I'm probably horse fucked.
Oh shit, yeah.
Well, there's a reason the snail was trying to get in there at it.
Perfect. 27. Yeah, that definitely hits. And so it's 18 points of slashing damage. So as you kind of like bat it down as it like hits the ground, this big slash across the brain, and it starts to try to like scramble a little bit. But it is still
Do I get my
alive.
2?
Yeah, go ahead and roll another attack.
Sweet. I'm unsure if I would.
Yeah, that definitely. So then the next one, you just as it starts to scramble, just another as you splatter this thing. And you guys hear this kind of scrambling from inside of the distillery.
I'm slamming that thing shut, locked in.
As it is now shut. You hear the scraping of small legs from inside of it. Many
That's
small legs.
Disgusting. They're making alcohol out of brains.
I don't think that's it.
Is it weird that I'm just getting like Spirited Away vibes from this?
We'll call that a win.
20-foot tall cloaked individual just wearing a mask. Oh, hey, Sento.
Hey, what's up, dude?
Well, that way's no way, so
That ain't.
start going this way. Pass without a trace.
There is an opening back here.
Is
Oh,
there?
there is?
Yeah.
Oh. I will scope it out.
Go ahead and roll a stealth check.
That's a hell of a small opening. Jesus.
Mm-hmm. 26, okay.
Plus 10?
36.
You're
Plus
gonna have to cast Pass Without a Trace again, probably.
Yes, I am. And I
unless you
don't use
used-
any charges when I do.
Huh?
Staff of the Woodlands.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, sorry.
Limited.
Yep. And then so as you sneak ahead, you hear the familiar ba-da-da-dam, ba-da-da-dam, ba-da-da-dam. And then kind of
Oh, good.
coming around the corner, you see just a lone flail snail just smacking its head against another one of these large distilleries. Go ahead and give me a perception.
Want to drink.
Why are they so interested in that? What were you saying, Ty? Give you a what?
Perception check.
Is that
You
the
got it.
intellect devourers are probably mind controlling them to try and break them out.
24. With a 24, you do hear just very faintly common. somebody is shouting, and you can barely make it out. And it's almost like, back off! You can't touch me anyway. And just this something yelling all these like kind of threats, and they sound confident, but also you hear a tinge of panic in their voice.
From where?
It is coming from this direction.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna report that there's another snail flail. Flail snail.
That's just fun
And
to say.
I'm gonna shoot it and draw it back to him. So everybody ready in action.
Do you want everybody to get closer first, or are you just shooting and running?
Oh no, I'm just gonna try and draw it into this tiny little tunnel and hope they all just hone the shit out of it.
Perfect. Okay, roll your attack.
Yeah. I mean, I'll give him like a solid 6-10 seconds.
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, you know their move speed is not impressive, so.
Yeah.
I'm ready a javelin.
Already a firebolt.
Perfect.
Mind caster.
Perfect.
Eldritch Blast. And Sacred Flame.
Perfect. All right. So go ahead and roll your attack.
Sentinel ready daggers. Oh fuck!
Roll that beautiful beam damage.
Unnecessary and rude, sir.
Oh my god!
Oh
So 55, 65, 66.
66 damage!
So as you kind of feel like you get yourself ready and you get ready to tell everybody, and you're like, you're remembering what you did before. You pull back and you look for it. You're like, fuck it. You look for like this fancy shot and you kind of like study the area real quick, and you're like, pull back, and then you aim to the right and you release as it hits the cave. It ricochets and then up onto the ceiling, and then it bounces down and bounces off the distillery into the center of the flail snail. And again, you see this electricity just surge as it just fries and flops over.
I immediately look behind me to brag about it and realize nobody fucking saw it.
Not a soul.
I am
The
following.
flail snail
I will
destroyer.
Fix or it didn't happen.
And you hear my Sarah go, is it coming?
This is
We're
Ah,
ready.
I'm dying. Help! No, I'm kidding, guys. I took care of it. It's fine. Also, there's a dwarf down the hallway. Maybe not a dwarf. He sounds like Visair, but drunker, or just drunk.
okay.
Did I ever tween Visair drink?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Most definitely.
That flying competition you guys had, he was also.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
Beat
I don't
yourselves.
remember the flying competition. Remember
Yeah,
it?
I'd suppress that too if I was you.
And... God damn it.
So what's in the room?
So looking around the room, it's another like small distillery. There's a lot of kind of like webs and stuff around, but it looks like a lot of this is the barrels. There's a lot of barrels that, some of them are broken open. They clearly had something in there that was, some you see these just like tiny little rocks left over what used to be clearly like grapes of some sort.
Wow.
I mean, this has got to have access up top, right?
It has to. But I'm pretty sure this is more my family's heritage than Menelephus.
At this point, Zephyr, go ahead and make a perception check.
Now I'll indicate what hallway the voice is coming down.
Perfect. 22. Zephyr, you hear an oddly familiar voice. Roll a history check.
Shit.
It's hard to nail down, but it's something from your past, and it sounds angry. It is shouting all of these things about, get away from me. You can't do anything anyway.
This voice sounds familiar, guys. Let's go check it out.
I'm gonna ask Sento to accompany me.
Of course,
We need to 2 shots.
Is it coming from the south or the west?
They're coming from the west.
Okay.
Me and Sento will go check it out.
Perfect. So, you and Sento kind of start moving ahead. Go ahead and roll stealth checks. Well, fuck you, Cadman. Whoa, hey, my game just fucking decided to F itself. My cat somehow jumped on my lap, tried to eat my burrito, jumped off my lap, hit the back button to go back to the Roll20 page before this one. That is talent.
Complete
I'm not sure it's
chaos.
talent I appreciate,
That's
but
cat.
it's talent. All right. What were
don't
your
know.
stealth rolls?
Being a cat, I guess.
I got
Oh,
a
no.
35 for Uza and a 34 for Sento.
All right. Not bad. Not
Also,
bad.
if I can
Fucking
see
amazing.
things, I will point out the flail snail to the bottom right. But I'm not going to really do anything about it quite yet.
Perfect. Yeah, give me 1 second as everything's loading back in because my cat's an asshole.
It's our cats.
Yeah,
Cats.
Boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats.
And then a few more cats. All right.
Your kitten mittens!
Mittens. Perfect. Yeah. So from as you guys sneak by, you see a Remorez is actually attacking a flail snail that is trying to defend itself, but you see the Remorez is just biting into it mercilessly and just kind of like that flail snail is clearly not long for this world as the Remorez is biting into it.
I will tell everyone there's a Remorez down there eating a flail snail and to be very quiet. Somebody tells Ilgrit.
Perfect.
Alright,
so-
Zilgrit, they said to be real stealthy this time. You got it.
Then I shall be as
Finger
stealthy as I
guns.
can. I apologize for my previous indiscretion, but I will kill anything that comes for us.
Same.
Excellent. So as you move forward, you see there's this this kind of big emptier room. At least it looks empty. There's a bunch of like mounds of earth between you, and the yelling gets louder and louder as you hear this kind of gruff voice that's just.
Sound like it's coming
continues
from
to
down
yell.
here?
Sounds like it's coming from down there.
Alright, I'm gonna check for traps.
Perfect. Go and roll an investigation check.
Ask
You'll
Sento
be
to
assisted
help
by
me.
Sento. Yeah, he will definitely
Perfect.
assist you.
Fenty done.
Perfect. 21. There's looking around. There's the mounds of earth are a little suspicious. Just because there shouldn't be any natural reason for them for forming. They're not like stalagmites or anything like that.
Are they freshly dug?
They're not fresh, but it's hard to tell how old they are.
Okay.
You can use a
What's that thing
nature
in the-
check if you want to see how long they've been there.
I will ask Sento if
Perfect.
he can, if that's all right.
Sure, yeah.
My
Go and have
nature
Sentinel
shit.
roll his nature check.
Oh god, his isn't much better.
But he's proficient in nature.
No,
I
he's
thought.
not.
Oh,
Survival.
Survival. Sorry, I meant survival, not nature.
Oh, okay.
Because this is like tracks
So
and
that would
moved
be
earth and
a
stuff.
19.
19. Okay, perfect. As he's kind of like leans down and he kind of like he goes he kind of like you see he goes to dust it and he pulls his hand back and he's like and he kind of like leans down and he smells a little bit and he kind of backs up. He's like, there are creatures inside of these mounds.
Cool.
I believe they are sleeping.
Let's
They've
back up.
been here for a while. So let's back up.
I'll back up a little bit and I'll report back to the group. You guys want me to push through and check out the yelling? Or do we want to deal with this room first?
We should probably deal with the room first, yeah.
Okay, I will, yeah, I'm in a good spot. I'm gonna hang out there. Senta will probably go here.
Perfect.
And then we'll just wait for someone with armor or just angry
How much?
rage
How
help.
much stuff is in the room? Like how big
There's,
is the
like,
room?
It's about 30 feet long and about 20 feet wide, and there were at least
If I
kinda
say
Well,
in
now.
the big explosion thing,
He was
right?
counting. 12.
Yeah, I could lob a fireball in there.
well, they're under the ground right now, and also there's the Remoraz that's right around the.
Okay. Well, I'll just wait for your guys' cue. I could draw a wall of fire in there too, just a little circle of flame. Although I don't know if stuff's gonna be hurt by fire here, you know? It's all
Well,
that's true.
fire is ice and ice is fire.
right.
I
I'll
have
just-
both.
I'll just.
Well,
stand
you know, there was big fuck all Remorazes,
Mhm.
and there were little eggs of what I assume to be Remorazes.
Mhm.
So I wonder if these are the adolescent Remorazes, and therefore immune to fire or cold.
Seems wildly likely.
Hmm.
That being said, I do have chain lightning now. I don't know if we want to use it like this, but I do have chain
That'd be
lightning
cool.
now.
Oh, that's like a
Don't wanna-
6th level
you know,
spell, isn't
I
it?
don't know. Let's try and not kill them if we don't have to. I don't know. Is there any way we can keep them calm, or does anyone know anything about these animals?
We don't even know what animals are in there. I'm just making a guess at the adolescent Remoraz.
Oh, okay.
I say chances one of us. So
It cut out real bad. I didn't catch what you said.
one of us is going to wake them up. I mean, we can try pass without a trace.
Oh Lord. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, it's dark down here. My stealth should be higher.
Try it. Let's try the pass without a trace.
Okay.
Perfect. All right. Stealth checks.
Yep.
All right. I'm ready. Let's try and sneak through this room.
All right. Starting off strong.
Incoming failure.
Oh, thank God, I got advantage.
Damn it, luck.
Ugh.
Okay.
Okay. Actually, so okay.
Zilgrad again.
So,
Trying to save my luck points, but
give me a marching order.
Second
Me
to-
and
third to last.
Sento go first.
Bloodschale is still last. Zilgrad is still effectively next to last.
Where are you going, Zach?
I didn't move myself there.
Oh, that was weird. Okay.
I moved myself there.
Let's go.
Not there, there.
There. Detective you?
Your
That's
favorite?
favorite movie.
No. Ty's favorite movie, just literally anything with Jackie Chan.
That's
the
Rush
joke.
Hour 2 specifically.
Oh, okay.
All right. So
You'll be shocked at how often Ty references Rush Hour 2. It's great.
it's shockingly often. All right. So
Okay. Let's see. Oh, a bunch of the little brain guys.
perfect. So as you reach the door, so you start to open. You see a bunch of intellect devourers, and they're surrounded by this figure in full plate armor, who's got this gigantic sword, and he's kind of like just swiping back at them, and they're like, "There is nothing here for you. You cannot even affect me. Just go away and allow me to be alone. I've been alone long enough to know that I hate you." And then you see he kind of like gestures at them, and they kind of like skitter back, and then they skitter around as they're surrounding him.
Oh, okay. Well,
Kill him.
I will report this back very quietly,
Perfect.
and then me and Sento will each pick a target. Probably starting with fella and that fella.
So
I'll take the one here, and Sento can go.
As you move up, can I get another history check from you, Zephyr?
Jesus Christ!
You can have it. I'll give you advantage on this one because you are a lot closer.
I fucking know that guy.
Oh my
well.
God!
It's right there. On
So
the tip of your
angry
brain.
about being here, guys.
Yeah.
Alright.
He's that actor who's in the, he's in like everything. Oh God, what's his name?
Oh, he's in that
You know that
movie that
guy?
we watched the other day.
Yeah.
Fuck, what was it? I don't even remember the movie now.
He's like always like a guest star on things.
So
Yeah.
you guys choose your targets. We'll say 2 other people can probably choose a target if they can see. Who do you guys want to do?
I got a javelin.
Me and Sento can attack quietly. Can you guys?
Ulu can
If you
arrow.
Spear.
if you let me open the fight, I can do the sneak attack immolate again, or
I
I
think
could
that's-
just hit
They're a
every.
bunch of small things. So.
Yeah, that's overkill for these intellect devourers.
I could hit him with a slow too. I don't know if it's gonna.
I think there's only 4 of them in here.
Yeah,
think
yeah.
that's
I can
gonna
hit
be
all of them
overkill.
with
Me?
slow, and you guys can just go chop them up.
No, I understand. I
Rather
just
save your spells.
yeah, I think
Alright.
that's over. I think it's overkill.
Just everything is overkill.
Look,
Fair enough.
2
I'll just
hits of
aim a-
mine killed it, so why don't you just, like, aim a firebolt in there?
Yeah. I'll just
Yeah.
aim a fireball. That's what I was
Don't-
gonna say. Jeez.
Guys,
All right.
guys,
I'm good at
don't break-
tactics. It's my one
Well,
thing.
I-
Come on!
I'm not bad at tactics.
Who's just sitting patiently by the door waiting?
All right, so
There are creatures under your feet. Don't forget that.
So Uza, Sento, Vicer, who wants to be the fourth?
Either Ulu or me. Like,
Or Zach with his Mindcaster.
Yeah, you have Mindcaster. I don't know
Is
if
it
everybody's range.
Quiet? I'm actually not sure if it makes noises or not.
It does make a little bit of noise. It's like a sort of kind of thing. You can flavor the sound, but it does make some sound.
Sure.
Can you
Oh,
put a
yeah.
silencer for it?
After you send in a 200 gold tax stamp, wait about 6 months and register. Mind whisper.
God damn it! All right.
This one.
All right, so go and roll your attacks as you guys all take aim on these intellect devours. Yeah, go and roll the damage. Roll the damage. 16 from their first shot. Okay, and then go ahead and Mike, roll your damage and sneak attack. Sento, roll his and sneak attack.
Oh, well.
It's okay, they got a real low AC. It's only 12.
You mean the squishy little brains?
Yeah, and then Vicer, fire your firebolt.
Pew pew. 21 damage.
21. Okay,
25
so
to hit.
dead.
That's some fucking SEAL Team 6 shit. And then
Dude, that was fucking surgical. And so
Target
as
down,
you-
room clear. Target down, room clear.
breach! I don't yell
So-
that. I do not yell that.
as you guys all carefully. So now go and roll both of the casters. Go and roll a say sleight of hand check to keep your things as quiet as possible.
And then while they're doing that, can you tell me how Homeboy and they reacted? Oh, we're fucked.
I freaking dropped my Mindcaster, guys.
Oh, you crit failed and I got lower than you.
So as you guys loose this volley, you're feeling pretty badass, and then you hear Izarek just say oops, and then you just hear this clatter, and then as one of the piles underneath your feet starts to pull up. You see the
We were
head.
doing so well.
You guys were doing amazing. I was really impressed.
No
This
shit.
Young Ramores pops its head out and starts to pull itself up to its full height. And then, as it does, you hear
Don't like it.
as
Oh,
more
Is it calling the other one?
pop up.
Oh,
Out of the ground.
fuck. This was a terrible idea.
Let's not kill little creatures. Doesn't somebody think of the children?
So,
Well, see, now you can slow all these fucking things.
Now I can feel bad about murdering them in the future. Yeah.
all right. So as they all started to slowly pull themselves out, recognizing what's going on, I will give you guys one surprise round to attack them because they were fully asleep and you dropped a Mindcaster on them. So the one is awakening the others. So as they're coming out, I'm going to assume you guys panic like fuck and just attack. So you get one
that's what Bloodscale was
surprise
gonna fucking do.
round. Because
okay with that.
you were aware of their presence,
Can
you
I-
knew it was a possibility, and so we're gonna go give that surprise round.
Do we get
So-
a new turn order? We get a reroll?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, this one. Let's get you a new turn order, because
Aw,
this one's lost its pizzazz.
that's fair.
All right,
I
go
can't
ahead
always
and
go first. That's why we wanted to go.
Hey!
Jesus Christ.
Beyond 20 actually works.
Okay.
Damn it. You guys, you want me to go first. You need me to go first.
20. Oh, okay. Can I just try clicking it, like not accept it, but just?
Could they hold their action till after the slow hit?
Literally got
Or
zero.
after it goes fast?
Yeah, you can try it out if you like. You'll still keep the 4, but you can try the beyond.
Yeah,
cold.
I'm trying to get a feel for it, you know?
Gotcha. Yeah.
See if it's nicer to you than roll 20 was.
Yeah.
All right. So, again, we got Uza at the top of the turn order. Go
But
ahead.
I am much closer now.
Yes, you are.
I will.
Just hit a button. Don't worry about it. If it happens.
Don't forget to roll for your. Okay, so you did. Never mind. You're good. What are you doing?
I'm gonna shoot this one. Was this the
Okay.
first one that came up?
Yep.
That's the one I'm shooting.
Perfect.
All right. Do I get advantage? Probably not.
You are not hidden at this point.
Fair enough.
But you do have an ally within 5 feet, so yes.
Yeah, so I still
you
get
can still
my
get sneak
sneak
attack. All right, 28 will definitely hit.
So 41 points of damage.
41
Oh, sorry.
points.
45 points of damage.
How many?
One more time.
And 45? Sorry, 46?
There we go.
Math is hard.
46 points of electricity damage and burned into that young Ramores.
Yep, and then can I bonus action check out how this dude fucking reacted to us smoking them intellect devours?
Yeah, just because perception's like your whole thing, and you got a lot of bonuses to that. I'll allow it.
Okay, well, thank you.
Perfect. So, glancing in, he seems surprised as hell, and he's just looking at the door like, "What the fuck? Who the fuck are you? What the fuck?" And then that's all you get as he's just seems shocked, surprised, but not aggression towards you yet.
Cool. I'm gonna back up into here and regret that, and I'm gonna come back out here.
So you duck back. You see the okay. So is that you guys see Nuza
like
duck
that.
back into this room and then run back out?
I like
Is there anything
more.
you want to say as you
Just say that. There's
retreat?
more.
Oh,
And that's my
no.
turn.
Perfect.
Horde mode, man.
All right.
Oh shit! That's great. Terrible.
Okay,
love it.
so that's action, movement, bonus action.
No, the bonus action was checking out how the guy reacted.
Oh,
my
that's
turn.
right. That's right. Yep. Okay, so up next, blood scale. Sorry, my brain had turned to pudding.
You know that move where like the one person kind of like hunkers down with their shoulders down flat, and the other person like does the shoulder roll to get to the other side of them?
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
That's what I'm doing to get to the other side of Zilgrad here.
Zilgrad, totally familiar with this. He kind of ducks down. You roll over him, and he kind of boosts you off, so you land exactly on your feet. You can tell he's done this many times with many battle buddies.
The classic advice.
Battle brother, battle brothers. All right, we're gonna re-rage. 'Cause that's my gimmick.
The rage goes.
And let's go for the one up and top, north top.
Perfect. Roll them beautiful bean attacks.
Reckless Great Weapon Master. Ready, Great
Okay.
Weapon Master this time.
Let's do it.
Ah! Piss poor.
Oh,
That's
no.
what a 13.
Yes.
13 misses. As you rage and let's see, what's this?
16.
16 hits. So that second one will definitely hit.
26th.
Perfect. So as you roll over, you get the boost. You're feeling confidence as you pull up and go for an uppercut strike with your axe. Young Ramoras dodges out of the way as you spin your axe around and then come across the side of its face, doing 26 points of slashing damage. And then bonus action movement. Anything else? Movement, I guess, anymore? All right. Vice, you're up.
Okay. Trying not to use all my spells.
Oh, now he's worried about it.
I was worried about it the whole time.
True. I heard him say it.
Oh my god. The Remoras are the ones that are immune to like ice, fire, right?
Yeah.
That's
More or
correct.
less.
And I forgot, you take 7 points of fire damage reduced to 3 blood scale after hitting it, and then Zilgrat will take
Should
7
it be
points
reduced
of
even
fire.
more because I'm also attuned?
Oh yeah, so you take like a point of fire damage. Zilgrat takes all 7 though.
That's fine.
I don't have any cantrips that aren't fire or ice.
By the way, by Sarah, I lied. I do have speak with animals.
I don't think any of these count as animals or beasts, though.
They're monsters specifically.
I will say,
that a different thing?
this is all inspired. Well, you're gonna call Jess a Codium on this session because she's like Ramirez. I'm like, ooh, that's fun.
Nice.
Yeah, this is all Jess's fault. Whatever we're fighting is Jess's fault.
That's awesome. I like it. Especially since I can one-shot half of the things in here.
I got
Alright.
really creative with the things that.
I remember giving her literally every book I have and being like, yeah, go ahead, pick. I don't give a shit. And I'm sorry.
Yay.
All right, Vicer, what are we doing?
I just don't have anything that's very good for this situation that isn't like a huge investment.
You still have a sword.
I do have a sword. Alright. Fine.
Get close.
Desperate
what are you
times
doing?
come for desperate actions. I'm gonna attack the one right. This guy right here.
Perfect. Go and roll it.
Blade. Shablam.
Yeah,
15.
21 will hit. 15 points of, or sorry, 19 points
19.
of
Sorry, one-
slashing damage. And then while you're doing that, it's been the first time you used the Sunblade in quite a while. I need, this is gonna sound weird, but can I get a performance check?
Oh. 29.
Okay. So as you are using the blade of the Rose Knight, you kind of ignite out its blade, and then as you chomp into this, you see the radiant damage flare, and the vines kind of whip out and grow around your sword, and then onto this, and grow over and like crush down these kind of like these like violent pink vines matching the blade kind of roll out and then crush inwards, doing another 11 points of radiant damage, so for a total of 30 points of radiant damage.
Not bad for you know.
And so, but as you pull the blade, you guys watch as he pulls it. He kind of like does this weird flourish that you don't know where he learned it. You've never seen him even use a sword very effectively before, other than doing like really charging fancy stuff. But it's like this, and he just kind of like naturally goes into it. And as it does, you hear this almost like, and as it hits you see this kind of wrap around and crush and bonus action movement.
I'm gonna use disengage.
Perfect.
And oh god, I'm just gonna stand behind. Who's it? You said there's more back there, right?
Oh god, there's more.
Right here.
All right, perfect. That'll bring us to Sento.
Get him,
Sento
Sento! The one right
is,
above.
This one's looking super fucked up.
yeah, he's gonna go super fucked up.
Like pretty dang fucked up.
Okay, so he's gonna go for
Fine,
this one
Zach's
then.
got it. No, go for the one above me.
Wait, this one? Is this the one that's been otherwise fucked up?
Yeah.
No, this
Okay,
one's
he's gonna go
fucked
for that
up.
one then.
This one's
Damn
been hit by blood scale, and then the others are full health.
Oh, your guys' pings were confusing me. Never mind.
This one's been hit by blood scale.
That's correct.
Okay, Sento's gonna go for that one
Perfect.
because he's got fancy stuff going on.
Perfect.
Please hit.
20 will hit.
All right, sneak attack.
Good
Sneak
aim.
attack.
28 points of damage. He's got that D4 thing for one whole fucking point. What the hell is the
Perfect.
name of that thing? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Dreadful strikes.
Dreadful Strikes. And then he's also gonna, as his bonus action, I think, to use Whales. No action. Whales from the Grave
Perfect.
to hit the fucked up one down here
Perfect.
for an extra 3d6.
Perfect. I think yeah. Roll that 3d6. 11 points.
Necrotic damage.
Necrotic damage. So you guys watch as Sento, he just casually pulls a knife, and almost like he's competing a little bit with Vicer, because you can see he kind of like nods to Vicer as he rolls it up his hand, tosses it in the air, and instead of grabbing it again, he just smacks it with his hand, and it flies directly and hits into the remoras. And as it does, you see he of his other hand, he pulls this little trinket off his belt, crushes it, and pulls it, as you see as it hits the top remoras, bedding deeply into it. And then you see as he pulls it, you see the blood come out and around the blade and forms like this other like another like spike that shoots out and hits the other remoras as it kills the lower one that was next to Zadok.
Fucking cool. And this,
And then-
how's that one looking now?
It's pretty damaged.
Okay, well he's gonna use his second attack for that guy then.
Perfect. Roll it. 16 hits.
Oh. So just 10 damage.
10 damage. All right.
And then his bonus action will be to... That's it.
Okay.
Because he
Perfect.
can't hide anywhere, right?
No, there's nowhere to hide here.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
That'll bring us to Zadok.
Yeah. Pew 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 pew.
Perfect. 15 hits. 13 points of piercing damage. It's looking pretty messed up.
Pew again.
That'll definitely hit.
There it is.
Bada bazango.
Less
So
damage than my non-crit. Thanks, dice.
that's exactly what you needed, though. So you guys watch as Zark just pulls and gets 2 quick blasts off, and the first one hits it in the stomach, and its head snaps back. And the firing the second bolt, as its head wicks back, gets right underneath the jaw, blasting the head off of that young Ramores. Zephyr.
Been in a lot of universes, a lot of parallel fights, and I'll tell you, there's not a good mind caster by your side. I can't handle.
Shut up.
I'm going to Thornwhip, the one right next.
Thornwood. Okay, 18 hits, 14 piercing damage. It can't get any closer, so it doesn't. It is not pulled, but it does take the 14 points of piercing damage. You guys watch as Zephyr, she stamps her staff into the ground, and you see it kind of hits the ground, and these roots, these spiked roots, fly out and grab the Ramores and pull it
Is she flying?
closer down to her.
No, I'm not. That has been on the entire time we've been playing.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh, thank you. Whoops.
That's okay.
Okay,
All right.
that's it.
And then, just because I forgot I have Ulu, I didn't give anybody control of Ulu, so I'll go ahead and do Ulu. So Ulu is going to do some
Just kind of
attacking.
watching.
That's what happens when the player's not here, you see.
Alright, Ulu, where are you? Where's your freaking character sheet? There it is. Alright, so Uluva is going to, just, of course, the same thing she does every night, Pinky. Attack the shit out of things. Alright, so she's going to use Jahuk's Blessing and just make her 3 attacks. All 3 hit. All right. Jesus. Yeah, and she just lays into this Ramores, doing like a shit ton of damage, like 46 points of damage as she just kind of slices and dices into it. And then bonus action, she is... None of those are critical, so she's going to hang out. All right, Zilgrit.
That's me again.
For 25 hits.
Get them all out there.
15 hits, 21 hits. They're babies. Jesus Christ. All right, so we're doing one-handed, I'm assuming, because he has a shield.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so 26. So Zilgrit, as he kind of puts his as you're facing against the like facing the Ramores Bloodscale, he puts his hand on your shoulder. He's like, "Battle, brother!" And then he jumps forward and he just cuts this freaking Ramores
Fucking
in this
Warhammer-ass,
flurry
Battle Brother-ass shit.
of blows. Just slices it down, and then he kind of looks back and he nods, covered in Ramores blood. All right, that is the
Yes,
end
thumbs up.
of your surprise
Oh
round.
god,
so-
that was just a surprise round.
yeah.
This thing is fucked.
Alrighty, and that'll bring us back to the top of the round. Uza, what are you doing?
I mean, I'm gonna shoot the guy.
Shoot it. Shoot it
This is,
real good.
This guy's like untouched, right?
He's barely hurt. He got a cantrip. 28 hits.
Was that push it?
Yes, it was.
Also, I'm seeing an intellect.
33, 38
Yeah.
points of
Up to
damage.
my left.
I told you guys there were more in there. So 38 points of damage.
Perfect. And movement bonus action.
I'm gonna move over here. I'm gonna take the disengage action just in case.
Perfect.
Bonus
That's a good
action.
plan.
And that's it.
All right. Blood scale.
You're muted.
All right, moving over there, and then reckless great weapon master. I'm going to assume.
Oh, the wife was right. I am muted. I saw Uzi go into the side room and then back out, so I'm staying the fuck away from that.
Good plan.
But yeah, we're continuing.
Excellent.
14
So
and then a lot.
14 is exactly what you needed, and a lot it definitely does it. Go roll that beautiful bean damage.
25 and 27.
Yeah, no. Bam. The last young Remora is dealt with swiftly and easily. That'll bring us to the intellect devour.
Hold on, I was gonna
Oh, sorry,
go.
bonus. Movement.
That was 15 feet. I'm just gonna go back to where I was. Get away from the door. Get away from the door.
Perfect. So this
Run away
this
from the squishy thing.
now smelling things, and it's going to run out and smelling this particularly intelligent thing is going to try to. It's going to use its multi attack, so it's going to do one claw attack. So I'm guessing a 6 doesn't hit.
He's
And
got little
then-
claws.
He's going to try to devour your intellect. I need an intelligence saving throw
It's like
From
it's
the
there.
wizard?
from the Wizard. Yeah.
Yes, the wizard.
Oh, me, the wizard.
Yeah, you the
Yar.
wizard.
Like an angry
You're the
cat.
wizard.
I thought there were smarter people than me here. I didn't realize that's who we were talking about. There you go. 16.
Okay. 16. Yeah, you save, and then yeah, that's it. So you save against this little brain with legs that's running out to try to eat you. Vicer.
I guess I'm gonna move right here, whack it with the Dangle's sword.
Perfect.
Dangle's sword blade, man. Bam.
It's 21 hits, and then
14 damage.
so mechanically, now you can, if you want to try to do additional damage, you can make a performance check.
Okay.
So
Well, I
from
might as well.
if you'd like to.
That's cool.
22. Okay, yeah. So you once again you see Vicer kind of going with this fancy kind of spins around and then pulls back, and then as it's got like the backward, he kind of turns around and he stabs behind him like friggin' Obi-Wan style. Go ahead and roll. Oh, sorry, what was it? Let's see, with a 22. what the turn was. Fucking
What?
shit.
Jesus.
That's near max damage for 46
That's
for the record. Like,
way more than my initial attack.
yeah, it's not
He's
supposed to be
breakdancing
that
right
Performance damage, bro.
Yeah, fucking max damage. So yeah, as you see, as he kind of turns around and does the super cool Obi-Wan stab, you just see this intellect devoured. Like at the same time, he's not even looking at it as it jumps and impales and then it's just crushed. And as the vines pull it in, just blood pops it like a balloon.
Gross.
Bonus action, any extra movement? Is that a no bonus action, no movement, Vicer?
I'm just gonna move back up here. We've been over here, right? I'm not crazy. We've been at the door.
Yes, yeah. You
There
do
was
know there's
more
an
stuff
adult.
out there.
There's an adult Remora has. So, yeah, all right. Sento.
Right here.
All right, Sento, having heard Uza say that, oh shit, there's more, is gonna stealth.
Perfect.
If I had the right character sheet up, there it is. Stealth.
Perfect.
Let's move right here.
Perfect.
Gonna throw out a dagger at this motherfucker.
Roll it. Yeah. That beautiful bean, damn it.
20... 32 points of damage.
32 points of damage. All right, so you guys watch as Sento he just ducks into the doorway, throws two daggers simultaneously, and they land.
Oh, just the one.
Or just
Just
one.
the one. He's at an advantage, right? Because, I mean, he rolled a...
And as it
25.
hits, it just completely cleaves it in twain as it spins through the air as the brain pieces fall to the side. The legs squiggle
Cool.
for a second. And then it is quiet.
He's gonna poke in a little bit, make sure, and then back up.
As he let's see. So as he pokes his head in. Thank you for saving me. If you know the way out, please point to it. And Zephyr,
We're
you
looking way further in.
Zephyr, as you look in, you see this hulking figure, and as it turns to you, you see the face of a Leonin, and you recognize someone from your past. Somebody you thought might be dead. Kevtorin, the paladin of the party who saved you as a child, seemingly is here for some reason, being held in place by intellect devourers, unable to move until you walk through the door. He looks and he's like, You! I thought we had been done with you. And then as he's speaking, he pauses for a second. He's like, Is it? How can that be? You no longer have the stench of evil about you.
People change.
And that's where we're going to end.
Noise.
All right.
Perfect. All right. So,
Progress
progress was made.
made here today.
We found the guy.
We killed a fuckload of things.
Yeah.
Yar. I feel bad.
I know they
Really?
weren't super challenging, but I hope that was fun.
Honestly, I think they would have been a lot more
Don't
challenging.
feel
if they
bad.
weren't
Shit's gonna get weirder and weirder and worse.
like 18 natural 20s max damage on half the rolls.
Yeah, we were rolling really lucky. But
You guys were rolling.
Except for when I dropped my damn gun.
I think I
Okay.
missed one attack tonight, and that was
Levi
Sento, so
Sayers
I
a
don't count it.
melee character now, so I'm
Yeah.
excited.
Everybody's trying new things.
I feel like you could have put this on impossible mode for us, and we would have had, like, this is going to be a long trek, I'm assuming. So we have to figure out how to reserve while
Yeah.
also expecting worse.
You can't sleep. There are monsters nearby.
Yes,
Oh.
yes, exactly.
You cannot fast travel while there are enemies present.
Yeah. Oh man, I was hoping to get anybody with just one touch of an intellect devour, but not this time, I guess.
What does that do again? I forgot.
Oh, it's
Makes you
actually
dumb.
not that bad. So.
Knocked Grog out for like 3 episodes, didn't
Oh, so basically, you take 3d6 psychic damage, and if the total equals your target's intelligence score, the score is reduced to 0, and you're stunned until you can regain 1 point of intelligence. So it's not that bad.
Jesus.
That's
How do you
insane.
regain 1 point of intelligence?
Boy, howdy, how do you? All right.
Well,
I
If you
teach
take an
I
intelligence,
mean, they'd have
does
to.
that cure you, or
What's that? If you take what?
like a potion or something to boost your intelligence? Does that cure you, or does you have to permanently get one back?
No, a potion would unstun you.
Cool.
Unstun you.
I can imagine like somebody standing in front of somebody who's been stunned by an intellect device, just like showing rock bigger than eyeball.
Oh no. And then
Or we
the
need to
really
increase your
cool thing
intelligence
is
score. I'm gonna teach you this entire class on microbiology. Pay attention.
so just because you guys are far beyond it ever happening, I think one of the cool things it can do is if you are incapacitated for long enough near one, it will do an intelligence contest with the incapacitated human within 5 feet of it. As long as it's not protected by protection from good and evil, if it wins the contest, the intellect devour magically consumes the target's brain, teleports into the target's skull, and takes control of the target's body. While inside the creature, the intellect devour has total cover against attacks and other effects originating outside of the host. The intellect devour retains its intelligence, wisdom, and charisma scores, as well as its understanding of deep speech, its telepathy, and its traits. It otherwise adopts the target's statistics. It knows everything the creature knew, including
Oh my
spells
God.
and languages. If the host body
so
dies,
So you just get replaced.
They're
what
yerks.
body
They're
strap
yerks.
All right,
yeah.
guys. If we ever take a long rest in here, we're gonna start doing ear checks.
Yeah. Fuck.
Hell yes.
I
Just
hate it.
find a cavern big enough we can toss up the fortress. It's fine.
This is
We'll
the
have to wait till they need to feed from the Yerk sun.
Oh no.
Hell yes.
if you see a husky running around in there, you gotta kill it.
Red
All
tail
right.
hawk.
Never trust a husky.
All right. So with that, thank you everybody for watching. If you're catching this on YouTube and whatnot, we're back, and hopefully we'll stay back for a while, barring any more medical emergencies and craziness. So, good. Feels good. Feels good. So, bye.
Yeah, keep your woman healthy.